Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the ocean. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalk! You take the chalk ball, put it in a mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab chalks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series 2024. We are now down under in Melbourne, Australia, ready for our first international qualifier for our Premier Series finals at the Compound Ninja Gym. We are so excited to be here, super hyped to carry on such an amazing weekend so far. Absolutely incredible scenes so far today with our kids division. Of course, we have our incredible course designer, Clem Vertigan, out of the Compound Ninja. Such an incredible guy with some incredible course design that we've already seen throughout our first division today. I am Billy Dixon, one of your hosts, alongside Kane Casillas, my co-host. We are very excited to get underway with the rest of this competition.
Billy, I cannot be more excited to be on the mic with you for our competition down in the Compound. The Compound is one of the most notable gyms in Australia. They've hosted the last two NCL championships. And for those who don't know, the Ninja Challenge League, or NCL, is the national league for Australians that will qualify athletes for Worlds for the World Ninja League. Very happy to be partnered with them. And Clem and the Compound have given amazing events, mind you. So it's no surprise that we've had an amazing start to this Premier Series weekend. Now, we do have two courses set up for us today, a placement course and a challenge course. Our placement course will follow our flow course for one fall, and your run comes to an end. This is likely to be a shorter sprint, and the placement on the leaderboards at the end of the placement course will determine the run order for the challenge course, with the fastest finishers going last, and our weaker results going first. But it will definitely not be the end of the road for anyone after that, because we'll be taking it into the all-important challenge course, where our athletes are going to get 2 retries on the course, 1 per obstacle. Your run will end either with a buzzer, which of course everybody wants and is aiming for, or if you fail the same obstacle twice, or if you fall on 3 separate obstacles. This is going to be a longer, trickier, more technical course, and the top 4 at the end of each challenge course will qualify for the Premier Series Finals, which will be in Bellingham, Washington, November 15th to 17th.
That is going to be such a fun day for the finals down in Washington. Now, it's important to note how our athletes got here. We have taken the top 25% of athletes in their home region standings, and they have all been automatically invited to compete in the Premier Series this year. And of course, as Mr. Casillas said out here, the Premier Series qualifiers that we are holding all throughout the world are made for 4 athletes to qualify for our Premier Series finals, which are in Washington on November 15th, 16th, and 17th. With that, we are very, very excited to get underway with our compound competition, the second one of today. But before that, let's quickly have a word from our sponsors out here. We first off have NinjaWorks, the ultimate in ninja timing systems. They are literally the super glue of this entire foundation. They provide the leaderboards, the timers, the buzzers, and some smoke machines if we ask nice enough sometimes. The people at NinjaWorks are absolutely incredible. All of their hard work can be found on their own website, and all the results from every competition in the world that we host can be found on our World Ninja League website. So a massive big ups to NinjaWorks. They are incredible people, and we are very, very happy to have them on our team.
That's right. Alongside NinjaWorks, we have DGS Ninja, one of the leading obstacle manufacturers in the world. You can check out all of their products on dgsninja.com. And most recently, you've been able to see some of the DGS-sponsored athletes. It began with Addie Herman, who was our 2023 Elite Female World Champ. And now there's an entire team DGS out there. And DGS has been great at providing so many opportunities for our athletes to put their skills on display on such high levels, such as the World Championships and the Premier Series. Couldn't be more grateful for them.
Absolutely. And of course, our only new sponsor for this Australian competition, we have Australian NWT, which has been one of the longest standing suppliers of ninja holds and ninja obstacles and climbing holds in Australia. Since it started in like 2016, their mission is to just provide the very best products to you at all times, no matter what. And we are so excited because we can obviously see some of the holds and obstacles on the rig out here at Compound actually in play. We saw a Thor hammer in play earlier in the last one, and we also saw that massive turntable type thing at the start of the challenge course. So both of those things are incredible products from Australian NWT. Go check them out if you want some amazing obstacles from down under.
Very well said, Billy. Cannot wait to get started with this competition. And I've been looking at the names on the roster for the Mature Kids division, and there's some heavy hitters here. In the Mature Kids male division, you're going to find Benjamin Dowes and Hunter Hollingsworth. You can see Benjamin running 10th on your screen. Hunter was our NCL Mature Kids champion last season, and Benjamin was the runner-up. Those were the only 2 athletes in their division to clear stage 2. So they're going to definitely be some big names to check out as they're taking on our courses today. Meanwhile, on the Mature Kids female side, oh man, so many to note. I would definitely say Madeline Brown is going to be one to watch out for. Has competed on global levels, and she'll be taking on the competition for a while. You can see here, 5 years active in the sport of ninja. There's only been, I believe, 3 youth championships in Australia. Those actually started fairly recently. However, that's because there's been athletes like Madeline training hard well beforehand, and there was obviously a desire for it, and our young athletes here have more than delivered and capitalized on those opportunities.
Absolutely well said. So many strong Australian Mature Kids here on the male and female side. I cannot wait to see all of these guys in action. We have so much great ninja skill to just showcase to you. And of course, we have our obstacle list as well for our placement course. We start off with rising steps to a rope to a slack line that was deadly in the last division, along with our dungeon, a couple wing nuts in there as well. We got some ring laches and of course some type 100-meter obstacle wheels as well, along with a warped wall to end it off with an incredible NinjaWorks buzzer that we all want to hit in our lives. Now, I don't think anything else should be mentioned because we are going to be heading into our first competitor very soon, I think. It's only a matter of moments before we switch over to where the action takes place.
And now, Billy, you've seen this course before, so what are the major spots that you really want to push the pace, and what are some obstacles that might take away some seconds on the clock?
Well, the wingspan of some of these kids might not be up to the standards of, let's say, the elite athletes, but biologically, it's not their fault. But when it comes to even the simpler stuff like the rope transitions, it can be a bit of a hassle reaching out fully. Along with the slack line, actually, that can also be a bit of a hassle as well if you're taking a bit of time to just align yourself correctly. Now, let's see if our first mature kid out here, Matthew Tamino, can live up to the standards that we have seen from our incredible kids this morning.
All right, and off goes Matthew. Great reach over. Looks like we have our 1 minute 30-second time limit. Matthew taking a look over at the side, I think trying to make sure that he's going in the right direction. Got to work his way across the slack line. Come on, Matthew.
There he goes. Not a problem at all for Matthew, making his way through the slack line without a problem. These vertical pegs now beckon for Matthew. Ooh, look at that. Very low grabs there, but decides to recorrect himself and hanging a lot higher on these pegs now. Does it carry on? Because we only had the first board in the kids division. Oh, it looks like he's taking a swing. The dismount is there. He skips the final board there. Great stuff from Matthew.
Yeah, that was a great strength and efficiency display there. Saved him a bit of time, and now he's not too hung up. Going to build up some swing here on the ring to get to the wing nuts. And now he's going to give it a huge pull back. He looks like he's going to set that lache up, Billy.
Looks like it. Can he build up enough power to make it to the platform at the end?
Oh!
Ooh, no! Okay, so it looks like that the descent platform is further away than it was in the kids division. So that means that the second wing nut might be more optimal than just using the first and swinging down. If you could somehow link it, that would be probably the fastest way of going about things if you have enough power built up in that regard.
That's right. Preloading that backswing and setting up the power for the lache will be so important. As you said before, our athletes in the mature kids division, not the tallest, that's just what happens when you're 9 and 10 years old, but these are the best of the best. I would not be surprised if our athletes here absolutely crush it. Up next is going to be Connor Jones, looking to hopefully push past the wingnuts. His nickname is the Shark Ninja. We'll get into that when he runs his challenge course, but I don't think we're going to have much time right now. He looks to be speeding through these first couple of obstacles.
Yeah, wants to get through these obstacles very efficiently at a nice pace to leave himself a bit of time for the later obstacles. Oh, the slackline claims its first victim of the mature kids division. It is a very vicious concept of just an apparatus in general as a slackline in any sport that requires it. Such a difficult obstacle in any regard, but it is not all over for Connor there. We have so many more opportunities for these other athletes to perform, and we are very excited to see where they will land on the leaderboard that will decide the order for the challenge course.
Well, coming up to the starting line now is going to be Ziggy Staley Lobo. Looks like Ziggy is ready to go. And you can see
Ninja for about... Here we go now. Ziggy is now off. He's been doing Ninja for about 4 years. Let's see if all that experience can pay off on a course like this placement course.
All right, and he's quickly through that slack line.
Oh, that was good.
Very smooth. Love that he stayed straight up. It allowed for his core to lock in. And wow, great pace here on these vertical grips. Not a problem. Got in a rhythm and got out of there very quickly. That's going to put him in first place right now off of time. But beating the wingnuts would extend that lead even more.
Judging by his pace, he definitely wants to be the first clear of the division. Let's see if he can live up to his own expectations. by making his way through these wing nuts. How will he fare? Oh, nice!
And he linked his way off.
The other wing nut.
Awesome job. Coming now into our ring lane. Catching 2 at a time. Great launch over. Got one more. He might actually be looking at the skip right now, Billy. The platform's close enough, and he's just going to pop right off. Great decision-making there from Ziggy. We got 18 seconds left for the last few obstacles here.
Easy
Great
stuff out.
static.
He has.
No! Just by the
tries to
fingertips.
Tries to go for the static, but unfortunately, super close, but to no avail. Great stuff out of Ziggy, though. That's going to put him in the top spot for now, with a time of 47.96 to the Wingnuts. Let's see if any of our remaining athletes are able to match that performance and exceed it.
Well, it's very, very tough here. The competition in Australia can be so stiff. And while we get, we'll have to make sure that that says Ziggy at the #1 spot. But at the same time, we've got about 11 more athletes to go in this division. Or I'm miscounting drastically. But Sebastian Daumann will be our next runner. And Sebastian's been at Ninja for about 2 years. Love to see how many athletes progress at different paces here. You can see some athletes who have been into this sport for just a couple of years and how many have been into it for maybe 5 or 6 years already. And at such a young age, it shows a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication and hard work. And I couldn't be prouder.
Absolutely. We love seeing the young athletes from any country just going at it at any pace of their own and using whatever experience they've got to their advantage in competitions such as these. As Sebastian is now making his way through this placement course, setting himself up for the slack line. How is he going to fare?
You can see that orange block being used for stability to start off a little later in the slack line. And Sebastian gets almost there, had his hands on the platform, but needed to get his full body so close there, hopped off to the side.
Super close there from Sebastian. Went sideways on one side of the slack line and then just so happened to jump across to the other side, which didn't work for him in the very end, but we are excited to see him on the challenge course nonetheless. Now, our 5th competitor here is Hunter Kutajar, coming out of Fighting Lions.
Fighting Lions, a very prominent gym in Australia. You're going to likely see a lot of athletes coming from that team. Hunter, one of the many proud Fighting Lions there.
Absolutely, he is ready. Quick fist pump.
Oh, he is off to the races, Billy. Great urgency already out the gate, and he's not wasting any time between obstacles. And honestly, going between obstacles quickly can be just as important as going through the obstacles. You've got to keep your balance. And Hunter Kutajar. Oh, man. Very surprising there.
Very surprising. It just goes to show, like, look at this. Hunter has 5 years of ninja experience. And to consider it's a slackline he goes out on, which is unfortunate, a slackline can hinder anyone if your focus is not at 1000%. Let's see if Daniel Jolly is going to be able to beat this slackline out here. Coming out of Australian Warrior Fitness, he's making his way through these obstacles very efficiently.
All right, keeping his feet as over the line as possible, and he's quickly through. Gonna hop right into the dungeon. He's not gonna use both sides. He's gonna stick to one in a way. All right, setting up his dismount now. Great drop. Coming on over to the Wingnuts. Huge pullback. I think we're gonna see a pretty automatic transition. He should be good to go on this swing here. Great catch. Gonna take an extra swing for safety here and dismounts with ease. Still has pretty good time here, Billy. 44 seconds.
He's got his time. He's looking to make his way through these rings very efficiently. Yeah, just basically tapping that last set.
All right, now we haven't seen an athlete in this division get through the wheels yet. Daniel Jolly could be our first. Great pop. I love how he's setting his swing here. And he monkey bars his way out of there. He's going to run straight for that warped wall. Works his way up. 13 seconds left. Daniel Jolly is going to be our first clear on the placement course today in the mature kids division.
Incredible stuff out of Daniel. By far one of the fastest times we've had all day, considering the kids division as well, and their course differences too. Looks like you have to go for the red warped wall instead of the far left black one too. Interesting strategy there from Daniel as well on those wheels too. He had to step back his swing, quickly match through the middle of that complex. Absolutely amazing way to start our clears.
Well, with that, we're going to take it back to Caleb Edwards to see if he can make it 2 in a row here. Looks like he's just getting a little bit of extra chalk.
There's Macho the
It
dog.
looks like this is actually going to be Asher Quist.
Ah, right.
All right, Asher got the thumbs up. He's ready to go. Minute 30 on the clock. And away he goes. Good reach out.
You can see they're not locking off on the ropes. A lot of trust in that grip of his. Now eyes up this slack line.
Oh, going
my,
side to side automatically. Oh, man.
Ah.
And just like that, Asher's run comes to an end. Wow. And you know what? This slack line can be so tricky. The key to slack lines is making sure majority of the center of your foot is over the line and your core, especially your lats on the side, are tight. So that way you avoid wobbling the top half of your body. If you're stepping with the middle of your foot off to the side so your arches are covering, that could help you in short distances. But of course, keeping your feet as straight as possible so majority of your foot's covered in the line could be the real separator. And now we're going to see what technique Mason Goldsmith Carter has.
Let's see here, the slack line, such a difficult obstacle here. How is he going to going to take a little step back to recompose himself.
And
Makes
he's
his way through. Awesome stuff. Another Fighting Lions ninja performing very well out here.
Wow, going just super rapid through, and he's going to dismount early through the dungeon.
Look at that, chalking up right before these wing nuts. A good idea for Mason out here. Further side out here, you're just going to take one more backswing to be safe. Uses the second wing nut and dismounts.
Now for those rings. He's building up a lot of power early on, and he's setting himself up automatically for those swings. Beautiful technique for him to just link his way out of there. He's got 23 seconds, though. It's clearable, but he's really got to push the pace here.
Oh my goodness me, look at that one-handed save. Excellent body control. Body composition as well. Got to get that reach. Can he static? He jumps for it. This is going to be a race against the clock now. He catches the fourth wheel. He has to sprint now if he wants this wall clear.
No! A missed grab on the warped wall is going to stop Mason Goldsmith Carter short of a buzzer, but an amazing rush to the final obstacle. Had a small hiccup there on the wheels, but kept calm, was able to recover, and almost made it all the way to the end. Amazing job. That's going to put him in second place right now.
Love Macho the dog making another appearance like he was in the kids division. We love Macho out here at WNL. Next up we have Elvis Wick. Elvis the Arcade Ninja coming out here for Premier Series. Excited to see him. See how he does. Getting a massive backswing on that rope.
All right, now for the slack line. It's been tripping up some of our athletes today, but not Elvis. Quick three-step and a bound right out. Now coming into the dungeon. Great job. 1:05 remaining. Still has good time. Wants to make sure that he has plenty coming into the wheels. We've seen a couple slip-ups there where the reach has been a factor and the rhythm has been a factor. So getting there with more time to have a margin for error would be really, really good. And so far, Elvis is moving incredibly efficiently, gets out of the wing nuts, and only has 3 obstacles remaining with 40 seconds left.
Absolutely. Elvis, our Queensland representative, building a lot of power for these swings. Easy stuff for Elvis. Gonna eye himself up for that third set and makes his way down to safety. 25 seconds could be a clear with this pace.
Well, now he's got to move super clean here. We saw the warped wall climb could also take some time, but Elvis is popping his way
Look
through
at that
the wheels.
body orientation, mate.
Perfect technique, and now he's got 8 seconds to go. Come on, Elvis. 4 seconds left, and we have our second clear on the placement course with just a little under 3 seconds left. Elvis Wick, amazing job.
Great stuff out there. You saw on the wheels there, that body orientation, grabbing it and then immediately setting his lower body back ready to eliminate the need for any extra backswing action. As we now move on to Lenny Jans.
Lenny's another athlete coming from Victoria, repping the home state here at the compound.
Absolutely.
Has to get a good reach out. Awesome job.
Coming out of Hit Nation. Let's see if this run can be a hit of his. The slack line, one of the major deciders for the runners in this competition, but not for Lenny, it looks like.
All right, quickly working his way through the dungeon now. Going through every peg. Nice skip there, going from board to board. And now he's on to the wing nuts. Lots of running from obstacle to obstacle here. Has to make sure that not only are you moving well on the obstacles, but between the obstacles.
Yeah, there's quite a fair bit of running in this course. You need that lower body stamina there at all costs, even if you're just seeming like you're flying through the air on a lot of these obstacles, like Lenny is on the wing nuts currently. Got to conserve that leg energy for running across this incredible gym.
Well, 25 seconds left. He's a little behind pace of some of our finishers, but if he can set these moves up, he still has a shot at clearing. Oh, a little frantic on the Lachey there. You can see his legs kicking kind of like a bike, but he's all good, and he's moving, knowing he's only got 10 seconds left. He's got to go. Nice catch on that first wheel.
Gonna get a bit of that backswing here. Oh, tries to static it. Ah, man, he had the tech sorted in the end.
Yeah, great gibbon tech there on the back half of the wheels, but unfortunately that extra backswing did cost him a clear on that obstacle. That would have likely put him into third place.
No, that's going to put him in fourth. An all right position going into the challenge course. See Benjamin Dow's up next. Let's see how he fares.
Benjamin was one of 2 athletes in the Mature Kids division last year to make it to stage 3 in the Ninja Challenge League finals here at the compound. He was runner-up overall in his division. So we're looking at a favorite to potentially take the entire competition.
Ooh, nice little backswing action there on the dungeon. Let's see if we can see any more good backswing conservation technique on these wing nuts. Only using one side. Oh, there we go.
Oh, beautiful link dismount there. He floated through that, and now he's about 10 seconds ahead of Daniel Jolly right now, and he's linking the rings. Oh, he has so much time left, Billy.
40 seconds left coming in onto these wheels here. Has a bit of time to conserve some backswings, but if he wants to get that first place position, he's going for the links regardless. He knows that he has the time necessary to get up this wall. Can he make it? Yes, he can. Benjamin Dow's, our Queensland representative, making it through the placement course with ease.
That was an incredible run. One of the most efficient we've seen so far. I can't wait to see how he's going to tear up the challenge course. And based off of his placement, we'll be seeing him towards the end of our challenge course run order with such a high performance.
Now we are heading into Roman Preach. I really hope I'm pronouncing that second name right, but regardless, he is speedy. Look at this, not wasting any time between these. Ooh, little wobble on those blocks there, but regardless, making his way through the slack line.
You know, Ronan just saw Benjamin put up the fastest time. He knows that the gauntlet has been thrown down and he's got to keep moving. And so far, he's absolutely delivering.
Absolutely. Pulling back exponentially on those rings there. Can he build up a massive backswing to get past this gap? Another one is necessary for him. Links the dismount. Great stuff. 50 seconds left coming in onto the third to last obstacle.
Oh, he sets up. Oh, wow. Really shot through those rings. And he's going to get out of there again. He's a few seconds behind Benjamin. But that is not a bad thing because that means that Ronan is moving incredibly fast. Wow!
Whoop.
Catches that by the fingertips.
A clear is 100% still on the cards for Ronan. Ooh, hanging on. That finger strength is immaculate. I really need to see that on the challenge course later once we get the chance to.
Oh, no,
Ronan
but he fell
misses the
short on
wall
the
in his first
wall.
attempt.
It's
This
okay.
is where
He
it
has
gets
13
interesting.
seconds. He's taking a little bit of time to scrape his shoes off, make sure they're nice and dry. Oh,
No!
but he's running out of gas, Billy.
Oh, man.
And it looks like that's going to do it for Ronan Peach.
He wants to conserve his leg energy for that challenge course. That is still going to put him into 4th place so far on the leaderboard. An incredibly respectable spot. Great stuff from Ronan. Now then, Zaki and Dari.
You know what I just realized? Ronan was the kids champion last year, moved up to mature kids this year. So makes sense as to why he was so well. He just did awesome there. But Zaki, we'll see if he can put up a run similar to that. So far moving at a good speed. Wants to play it safe on this slack line. Doesn't want to come undone too early on the course. And he's through.
70 seconds left moving on to this dungeon. Let's see how Zaki is making his way through. Nice little fast rhythm getting through there. Nice little conservation of the legs, putting them back as soon as possible. Ready for a link. See how he does on these wing nuts.
A little off to the side with his swing, but he's straightening himself out. Should be good to go now. And a great job, but again, a little crooked. Gets the dismount though, and he's not wasting any time knowing that he took some extra swings.
Not phased at all. On track for a clear, it looks like, if everything goes right. Zaki eyeing himself up. Nice little linkage there. Nice little pop up. Little C shape almost with the body to get your linking position on point. But we are seeing a lot of one-handed saves on these wheels. It's kind of the meta at this point, but he's linking it. 13 seconds left onto the warped wall. He catches it with his one hand.
A one-handed grab. Man, we've seen a lot of athletes dunking on these obstacles right now, and Zaki did it twice, and it paid off. A 3rd place finish right now. Time of 1 minute, 23 seconds to the buzzer. Wow. Very impressive display of grip there, as you were saying, but also the shoulders, the rotator cuffs. Must be nice to have shoulders that flexible. Can't relate. I'm old.
You're only 22. Calm down. Right. Ryan Stone, our penultimate mature kid male competitor of the day on our placement course. He has had a lot of time to look over the past competitors from this wave of athletes and the kids earlier today. Let's see how he fares.
All right. Taking a slow and steady approach, wants to be very methodical, which is good because moving efficiently means moving fast. You don't always have to be in a rush to put up a good time.
Absolutely.
Great technique
Impeccable
there on
balance.
the line.
Ryan Stone got to take a small jump up to this dungeon, but is in a great rhythm here. Getting nice mid to high grabs on these pegs.
Wow.
Oh, look at one-handed grip vertically. That is not easy.
No, very impressive there from Ryan Stone. That strength's going to come into play big time on the challenge course. But for right now, he still has 50 seconds left to get through the wing nuts and the back half of this course.
Taking the nice classic sideways approach on how the wing nuts are typically supposed to be done.
and just comes up short.
Ah.
Hit the front side of that second wing nut. Just didn't have the distance. Switched techniques, actually, as he was going. And I think that little twist before launching in midair, I think that might have affected him there. But that is going to put him in 9th place overall. And with 18 runners in the Mature Kids male division, that's going to put him somewhere in the middle of the challenge course run order.
Always a nice spot to be in for a challenge course run order. Now our final competitor for the Mature Kid males on the placement course, Blake Artis.
We've seen Blake in the Premier Series finals last year, so we know he has what it takes to make it to Washington, become a 2-time finalist. The question now is, will he get it? And it looks like, oh yeah, well, it looks like they started his timer a bit late, so they'll have to go back and check those splits, but so far, so good.
It'll be great to see Blake again in Washington for a second year in a row for the finals. He did awesome at the finals last year. See how he fares on these wing nuts. Incredible stuff from a former Premier Series finalist.
And it looks like he just got a little confused on where to go, but he's back where he's meant to be. Building up that swing huge now on those rings to set himself up. And they're practically ready to link it. I can understand why they're not, but it's great technique nonetheless.
Absolutely. These guys know their ring tech and their wheel tech as well. And overall, just the tech in general where you need it. Great grab out here from Blake. Oh, wow. Literally just using them as monkey bars and static in that last pair.
And now he's... Oh, no, he missed. Oh, man.
No.
And
Running
it looks
out of
like
time.
Time's going to run out there as well. That is going to put Blake pretty high up. I do think we have to get a quick adjustment on the time there. But we'll be able to take a look at that a little later. That is going to do it for our Mature Kids male division, though. We'll be seeing them take on the challenge course a little later, with our fastest time being Benjamin Dow's. So he'll be our last runner for the Mature Kids male division on that challenge course. We are now going to be jumping into the Mature Kids female division, and an athlete that I'm pretty excited to see is actually going to be Josephine Sheehan, who was the 3rd place overall in the Mature Kids division at the Ninja Challenge League finals. Now, that's important to note because in the Ninja Challenge League, our leaderboards are co-ed. So Josephine was our top-ranked female and 3rd in the country overall. So I'm very excited to see how she's going to perform. I think she's going to be one to look out for as we approach the placement course and challenge course here.
Absolutely, me as well. Also says here that she competed in the championships for the World Ninja League last year in 2023. So she's got that big competition feeling. So perhaps not a smaller competition, but just an overall more compact competition in the compound won't be too much of a hassle for her. But it looks like we're going to Willow Moser to start with.
Yes, Willow had great flow there through that first obstacle. And great movement through the second. Wanted to get out of there as early as possible to ensure that she didn't fall early. And now shuffling her way through the dungeon. A good swing. Yes. Still has a lot of time left on the clock.
Great stuff out of Willow so far. Got to get that swing, the reach out to the ring as well. Nice swing onto the further side of the wing nut using the classic sideways technique, but moving on to the side that is to the right of it. Here we go. Oh, nice little one-handed swing there, making her way down to safety with ease. 30 seconds remain for these final 3 obstacles. Making her way through these rings now. Not a problem at all for her. Easy jumps for Willow. Easy stuff. 13 seconds remain. A clear might not be in the question, but a really good placement on the leaderboard might be essential when it comes to the rest of these competitors out here. or tried to static those wheels there, but to no avail, unfortunately. There she goes. She tried it there and made it Willow. Great stuff out of her. Can't wait to see it on the challenge course. Right then, here we go. This is the big name that Kane was just on about. We have Josephine Xian.
All right. Josephine taking a cautious approach on those initial steps. Quickly out of there. Oh, a little wobbly. Came into that a little too hot. And is now recentering herself. And is very clean through the slack line. Not wasting any time. She knows she took a couple more steps here. Wants to... Oh, but her hands are slipping here on the dungeon. And she might be trying to look for an early exit here. Nope, she's all good. Looks like she recovered and is quickly out of there.
That just goes to show the raw grip ability in her hands there. Josephine Xian making massive swings there. Looks to be one of our taller mature kids, it looks like, as well. Those long legs can generate so much power, especially in these swings that we are seeing here. Linking that wing nut dismount. Incredible stuff out of Josephine Xian so far.
But again, time is ticking away. 30 seconds left for Josephine. Has great technique here. I think she could get to the warped wall, but she's got to be clean on the wheels. And you can see her sprinting to the mini tramp. Has to move fast now. Great
Technique
catch.
is essential on
great
these obstacles.
Give and tech on the back half. Now we have a chance at a clear. He's got to move.
No!
Yes, no! Oh, she slipped down. She still has time.
One more attempt.
But it
Come
looks
on.
like she paused.
No!
Oh, she gets it, but she's gonna run out of time. Josephine Xian,
heartbreaking.
so close there. And I think she thought that she only had one attempt. She came down the wall. She stood there like, all right, I guess it's over. And had she taken those extra seconds to give it another go, would have seen our buzzer there. So close.
Regardless, going to be a great run on the challenge course when we get there. We know what Josephine is capable of, as we've seen in many ninja events from across these years in recent. We're excited to see what more skill can come out of her. But for now, we're now going to be moving on to Stella Janes, coming out of the Geelong Ninjas. Doing it for about 3 years now.
All right, coming on to rope.
What says here, one of her strengths is completing a slackline with a midway step. Are we going to be seeing that here?
Ooh, would be really nice to see. She should be able to go.
Taking a
then...
more cautious approach.
Well, you know what? That was a great display of balance. My concern now is that did take a lot of time.
True. And also with a bit of these backswings taking a bit more time as well. Might want to start thinking about picking up the pace a tiny bit.
Well, you can see her right
looking for
hand
one of those top
slipping,
positions.
as well as a bit of wrap around her wrist. Hopefully all is well. Maybe had an injury prior to this competition. Oh, and she just peels off. Stella Jane's gonna come down on the dungeon. Very surprising. That's all right. She'll have a chance to get even further into the challenge course later on.
Tilly van der Meer is up next. I believe we saw one of her siblings in the kids division as well. I'm recognizing that series of surname segments there. There's Macho the dog right in front of her as well. Striking resemblance from Shaggy from Scooby-Doo as well. That collar colour, that turquoise. Feeling like I'm seeing things out here. Regardless, Tilly is off onto the first obstacle, rope to rope. Nice little trust in the hand there. Slackline now beckons her.
All right, and again, you can see our athletes making sure that they're locked in on this slackline, but it has become such a time killer. Hopefully, Tilly is able to make up for it, and so far moving very, very rapidly on the dungeon.
Taking an extra swing just to make sure her wingspan can withhold such great vertical grip. which it does. Now 50 seconds, moving through the halfway point of this course now. We get that wing nut in place. Gotta get that massive swing, making her way through. Gotta get that swing. Uses the...
Oh, but just falls short on that dismount. Oh, man. Not what I was expecting. Looked like she had the power lined up there.
The hand placement was on point as well. Just looks like she didn't get that grip and cost her probably an alright placement too, it looks like. When it comes to mature kids females, that's gonna put Tilly in about third place out of the 4 who have ran now. But next up is a name. It's Madeline Brown. She's been doing ninja for basically half of her life here. A massive ninja resume out here. She's competed across Australia in the Australian Ninja Games both last year and this year. A great overall experienced ninja in Australia. Coming out of base camp, all that experience paying off so far on slack. Slackline, it's an obstacle that really does require a bit of experience and knowing stuff.
Oh, gonna have to regrip a little bit. We saw her hand slip on that transition between dungeon boards, but she's out of there and in the clear. Now coming up to the wing nuts with 40 seconds left. Question now is how far can she get through this course?
A little shake out there before attempting these wing nuts, building up that swing here.
And she's looking at that transition, catches it, and links out. Awesome job. Now for the rings with 16 seconds left. A clear, likely not on the table, but Madeline Brown can still get through this obstacle with the time allotted. Almost had it, but just came up short there. Hit it with her fingertips, but couldn't get a good enough grab.
Every obstacle matters. Every obstacle matters out here on the placement course out here. Gonna land her in third place for now. Middle of the pack, not too bad, as we now move on to Savannah McSwain. Oh, I recognise that Wonder Woman skirt. A bit of a Jessie Graff resemblance out here down under. Good stuff. Savannah McSwain now gonna get that balance. Yes, nicely recovers in the middle of that.
Savannah was top 50 in the Ninja Challenge League Youth Finals last year. They have their next Youth Championship coming up in October. So it'll be very exciting to see where she lands, because right now she seems to be moving with a lot of confidence and a lot of urgency. Currently jumped into third place.
Ooh, look at that. That was like kind of a low link, but it saved quite a bit of time in the grand scheme. Now she's moving on to this ring lane. Using that. We're seeing links fully here for the first time today. And she is dashing across the compound out here.
This girl did not come to mess around. She's going to link her way through the wheels. She's going to reach out and gibbon her way through. Still very, very smooth. The fastest time to this point we've seen. She's already in first, but we want a buzzer. She gets the wall. Has to work her way through. And Savannah McSwain's going to be our first finisher on the placement course for the mature kids females with a time of 1:12.
Believe that's the fastest time so far. Yes, it is. The first female clear today, actually. There were no female clears in the kids division. Savannah McSwain has now broken that barrier. Great stuff.
That was
just over halfway through our mature kids female division. Miller Graham Arho is next up.
Very clean through rope to rope.
Coming out of the Ninja Academy in Perth.
Oh no, she comes off to the side. Oh no.
Can never take the slack line for granted.
Absolutely not. Balance obstacles can be so deceptive. Even when people underestimate them or don't underestimate them, balance obstacles are such a killer.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see Miller in the challenge course. However, looks like Maisie Mock is our next competitor here today. Coming out of the Compound and Ninja Nation as well. Compound a bit of home field advantage out here.
Great speed so far. Really sprinted through that slack line. Now coming into the dungeon where she's not wasting time, but you can see the hand slipping very slightly. She's going to grab 2 more and launch herself out of there. Great dismount. And again, a lot of urgency between obstacles. She is absolutely sprinting. It's putting her on track for a great time. Didn't pull back here on the wing nuts. She's going to do it the traditional style. And let's see how she fares. Oh, she's going to switch her technique now, twisting with her laches on the backswing, and she just comes off. Couldn't really pick a strategy to commit to, and I think that ultimately came back to bite her. But I liked the speed that I was seeing out of Maisie Mock. I'm very curious as to how she'll move on the challenge course, because time will absolutely be a factor there.
Absolutely, just couldn't get one hand onto those wing nuts there. But that urgency earlier on in the run, something to be taking notes of. Anyway, Darcy Jenkins is going to be our next competitor here, coming out of both Crank and Urban Extreme.
All right, Darcy, very smooth. Wants to make sure she's set properly, and just 2 steps that slack line, no problem.
Nice little rhythm going here on the dungeon. Gonna make her way through easily out here. Good stuff out of Darcy. Sprinting on through to these wing nuts. Got to get those massive pullbacks. Using that. Oh, nice pullback from the ring, saving her a bit of a backswing there. Nice little ejection from that wing nut onto the dismount platform. Now onto this ring lane.
Nice
little
dismount there.
linkage.
All right, still has 23 seconds left. We could be looking at our second finish. She's going to match and go through the wheels. Looks like she'll have time for 1, maybe 2 attempts. But she's not going to... Oh, she is going to need a second
she's going to need that second attempt.
She's
Here we
run
go.
Right back. Come on, Darcy. 7 seconds left. She gets
There
it
we
this
go.
time around.
Come,
She's got to
go.
Yes. And with a time of 1:27, 2.5 seconds left, give or take. Wow. Darcy Jenkins, our second finisher in the Mature Kids female division, puts her in second place overall. A great spot to be in coming into the challenge course.
Awesome stuff overall. That was absolutely impeccable. Jordan Stevens hoping to match such a caliber coming out of Ninja Nation and the Compound. Been doing Ninja for over half of her life. Been doing it for 5 years, age 9 currently. Let's see if all of that experience can pay off on a stage as big as Premier Series.
Very, very smooth there on the slack line. We're seeing our athletes understand just how quickly this first half needs to be done, but we're also seeing these holds on the dungeon get a little slicker, perhaps because so many athletes have been holding it this whole time. But Jordan really, really clutched up with that grip there, and she's unaffected coming into the wing nuts.
Here she goes out here, taking a couple more swings on the wing nuts with about 45 seconds left. If she keeps going with this pace, a clear is going to be quite... Whoa!
Wow! All right, well, let's see if she can do that on the rings now. Oh, looks like she's taking a pretty big swing. She's going to set herself back and through it. Yes. And a good set
last
for the link
set
dismount.
quickly
Awesome
dismounts.
job.
A clear is going to be a tough call at this rate, but she needs to properly motor through if she wants a chance at it. Ooh, it's getting slicker by the second. Taking a backswing on the first wheel. Linking through these wheels here. 4 seconds remain. Can she get at least a good attempt at the wall?
Oh, we're going to see it, and just comes up short. But either way, Jordan Stevens is going to be in 4th place right now with just a few runners remaining in this division. Puts her in a great spot for the challenge course. I'm excited to see what she can accomplish when we get to that point.
Our final three. No, final three on the placement course out here for the mature kid females. We're going to start off with Zoe Ackley coming out of the compound. There we go. A bit of home field advantage out here. Gotta take that balance. Come on. Yes, very nice. Nice pattern there. Oh, you can really see how slippery those pegs are turning now. Thankfully, not too many athletes are left on this, so I might have a chance to wipe it down. A couple of massive waves out here.
All right, setting up her swing now. Looks like she's aligned. And can link her way out there. Awesome job.
It's hard to get a good grasp on the rounded side, like the edge of the wing nut, so massive props to her and all the others who have done that so far today. Oh, that was a really, really close grab, but that's one that really set up a very nice backswing. 25 seconds left. A clear could be set if she makes she makes her way through these wheels very efficiently. Nice matches out here. Staticking as well. Gonna have to run for it though. She wants to get up it in time.
Yes, she gets a hand on it. 4 seconds left. Come on, Zoe. And with 1.5 seconds left. Amazing job. Zoe Ackerley is gonna round out our podium at the moment.
Looks time of like 1:28. Third place currently. Top 3 are all clears so far. We now have 2 athletes left. The first of them being Zara Walden.
Well, I believe Zara is our final runner.
Potentially, yeah. Looks like it.
And it looks like we might be skipping over Zara and going to Hunter Hollingsworth, who is the Mature Kids champion in Australia. Once again, all leaderboards in the Ninja Challenge League are co-ed, and Hunter is our national champion. So I'm very excited to see how this run plays out, because she could absolutely crush this course.
Super excited to see her here. Such a high profile in the ninja community down in Australia. Super excited to see how she does. Repping the nice moon looking series ones. Looks like they're helping on the slackline too.
Great movement there, and is going to pop off of the dungeon and run straight over to the wing nuts. A nice grab on the front side of that wing nut. Lessens the gap that she's going to have to move on the wing nut, and she's all good. Making great time right now coming into the rings here. Now, will we see some links, or are we going to see a pull-through tech? Looks like she's going to pop right through. Awesome job. Linking the dismount. Yes, she does. 35 seconds on the clock for 2 more obstacles. Time is definitely on her side. She's just going to have to move efficiently, and we've seen some athletes get stuck, but not Hunter Hollingsworth. Great dismount there. She's going to run all the way around and give herself a huge run up here for the warped wall. Oh, but she comes up short. 15 seconds
here we go.
left, though. We still have time. And Hunter Hollingsworth gonna give it a second go, and she gets it this time around. Now her time to the buzzer is going to get her second place by 0.02 seconds, 1:27. Amazing job there by Hunter Hollingsworth, showing why she was the champ.
Absolutely, making her intentions very clear on the course today, making everyone know that they should be afraid of her incredible dexterity and skill that we have seen both just then and throughout the past Ninja events in Australia with her incredible resume.
That's right.
Now, with that...
No, you go ahead. I think we're about to say the same thing.
Yeah. With that, we now conclude our Mature Kids placement course. We aren't going to be right back. We are going to move straight into the challenge course in a matter of moments here. We're going to have the obstacle list on here in a moment. Now, if you guys remember, if you guys watched the kids division, there was a little obstacle at the beginning of the challenge course that eliminated about half the field due to how long it took and just the overall weight shift needed. It is called Learn to Turn. It's like you're on a train turntable, but you have to operate it with your hips. It is very weird, but as soon as you see it, you will see why it is considered one of the hardest obstacles in Australia and maybe in the world, potentially. One of the great, an obstacle manufactured by the great Australian NWT, our sponsor for this compound competition. We also have Thor's Hammer in the challenge course as well, along with bear traps potentially seen in the later divisions.
Well, that all sounds super exciting. Now, as a reminder for our Australian audience, as they've only encountered the challenge course once or twice so far, our athletes are going to get 2 retries. They're only allowed 1 retry per obstacle. So your run ends if you fail on the same obstacle twice. If you fail on 3 different obstacles after using both of your retries, or of course the hopeful ending for many of our athletes, a buzzer. Now the top 4 on the leaderboard of the challenge course will be our athletes who qualify for the finals. This is where it all matters. You could have had an early fall on the placement course and placed top 4 here on the challenge course, and you will be going to finals. It is all that matters now, these course runs.
Yes, this course is the real deal here. So many athletes. We've seen so many amazing athletes throughout both of these divisions here for the male and female mature kids. It's a shame that only 4 of them are able to go through to Washington at the end of the year. So hopefully this course can potentially weed out the weak within the top 25% and purely pick the best of the best to qualify for Washington down in November.
And you know what? We've seen such strong athletes out of Australia. In fact, 2 of last year's Premier Series champions were Australian. We saw a great showing out of our other finalists from down under as well. So these guys definitely aren't here just to have another competition to do to fill time. They're here to win, and I genuinely think that many of these competitors could win.
They have the capabilities to do so. They have to make their intentions very clear on the placement course, but that is obviously not the full story out here. You got to remember that the overall time set and your result on the challenge course is what truly matters. Are there any people out here throughout both divisions who you think have a really, really good chance of clearing any course, any obstacle that's thrown at them?
Wow, I mean, it's so tough. Obviously, Benjamin Dowes is the runner-up for the Ninja Challenge League Championships last year, and he had the fastest time on the placement course. I definitely think that he could perform very, very well. But at the same time, we have the entire NCL podium out here. We have Hunter and Josephine in the female division, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of these 3 show exactly why they placed that high at finals. So I'm confident in those 3. Savannah McSwain wasn't really on my radar prior to this competition, but oh man, is she now. She has put up the fastest time in the Mature Kids female division, and I do believe that she could absolutely follow that up and sweep this division if she locks in. We saw some crazy runs from our finishers on the placement course in the Mature Kids male division as well. We saw Daniel Jolly, who will be running second to last for the Mature Kids male division. He was absolutely rapid to the buzzer, while Elvis Wick cut it a little bit closer with about 2 seconds left, and Zaki Andary just ahead of him. It's going to be very exciting to see. You know, it's about speed, but it's not about speed. It's about efficiency. And the efficiency on the challenge course is going to be the major deciding factor, especially on learn to turn, as you were saying, which really makes me think that anything can happen here. And this top 4 that we're seeing on the placement course may not be the top 4 we see on the challenge course.
Absolutely, everything can change, especially with a course like this in the flesh out here. It's going to be quite a doozy, I believe, with so many amazing athletes, so many incredible skill sets all around. And these obstacles in this challenge course require so many varying skills overall. You know, you've got weight distribution on both the first obstacle, learn to turn, and also you've got TikTok in there, which for the build of Mature Kids can be quite difficult to build up momentum from it. I know a couple of kids in the last division had a bit of trouble gaining momentum, but once you've gotten past that, it's not smooth sailing, but it's definitely a lot more what I think these Mature Kids are used to. You know, a lot of upper body orientated obstacles, a couple of balance ones here and there, but mostly upper body. There's kind of like a vertical burst, reverse cliffhanger type thing, kind of like how we saw it at Worlds this year. It's going to be absolutely insane because these Mature Kids have it.
Well, it looks like we are just about ready to get going with our challenge course runs. Let's see if we can get a look at the obstacles here, the obstacle names. And it looks like Sebastian Daumann is on deck. You can see his stats here on your screen. He will be our first runner for the challenge course overall. You can see all of the athletes going over everything one last time. Just a swarm of them. And there you have it, our obstacle names here. Learn to turn, the TikTok, the rotating cliff, Thor's hammer, balls to cliffhangers, traverse to swinging board, bird boxes, and the flying X grab. The X grab was a major cutoff point at the NCL finals here at the compound. It was something that athletes hadn't fully trained at the time, but they've now had about a year to practice this obstacle, and I think we're going to see a lot more success on it.
I am hoping so as well. We only had one kid attempt it in the last live stream, and he made it. So hopefully we can see a couple more competitors in this division make it as well. Also important to note that Bird Boxes is basically just swinging peg frames, like little pegboard segments that you take a peg, you put it out and they're on straps. It's absolute madness, especially near the end of such a pumpy course as well. It's going to be a fun time.
Wow, this rotating cliff just looks awesome. You can see it there every time you grab it. This will move helix style for you to reach over to the next ledge. Very frequently in the Premier Series, I see an obstacle that I want to try, and this one definitely up there. I love me some cliffhangers. I love me some interesting, mechanics on certain obstacles. So that checks all of my boxes. Sign me up.
Absolutely. Take me down under right now. I want to try that rotating cliff. It looks awesome, man.
There are those pegs that you also mentioned.
That's the Thor hammer as well. That giant silver block, essentially. Got to jump onto that and swing to safety. Can be a bit of a difficult hold. It's quite a thick object as a whole, isn't it? Can be a bit weird to just get a grasp of.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide hold. Now, pop quiz, Billy. What's the name of Thor's hammer?
You see, you've got me there. You're like the ultimate superhero nerd, so you've got me.
It's Jonathan. And I hope someone understood that reference. Anyways,
Well, you learn
love
something new every day.
I love the focus on grip here and endurance. I think it's going to be awesome to see. But then again, we do have learn to turn, which, as you said, can take up a lot of time. Now, you have to think, though, as well. On learn to turn, our athletes had to shift a bar over, but the bar was weighted on one side. And our mature kids athletes are going to be a little heavier than our kids athletes, perhaps. They have a bit more ease in shifting that bar over to position themselves for an exit.
Absolutely. With the kids, you had to be kind of lucky in how your foot placement was and how lucky your weight is and all that, and how you can evenly distribute it across a platform like that and across what is essentially a train turntable. But I have faith in these mature kids. They are capable of many incredible things, and I'm excited to see for both how the males and the females can tackle that, the TikTok, that floating cliff, the Thor hammer as well, along with like the bird boxes and the flying X grab as well. Whew. It's going to be a doozy.
And it looks like our athletes are just getting some final clarifications on these obstacles here. Perhaps answering some final questions. Want to make sure that they're going in the right direction while also not breaking any rules on accident, that's for sure. And there's our run order again. You can see Sebastian on your screen. You can see his stats here. It's crazy to see, 2 years, 3 years, already impressive at such a young age. But then you start getting into numbers as well, like 5 or 6 years, and you're like, man, did you as soon as you learn how to walk, just learn how to swing as well? It's really crazy and awesome.
Honestly, wish back in our day it was kind of like that. I wish it was like that at least, because we both found Ninja at quite a young age, but didn't have anything around us to particularly do it. These kids, they are lucky people. They have got the tools necessary to become inspiring athletes across the entire world. And that is what creates incredible content and viewing pleasure for all of our Ninja quenchers.
All right, well, we have 15 athletes in the Mature Kids male division, and we're going to have to narrow that down to 4. In the Mature Kids female, we're going from 12 to 4. It's going to be pretty tricky. It's going to be a very competitive field, and that first obstacle is going to be a major deciding factor.
That first obstacle literally was the decider last time. It's going to be interesting how all of these athletes take to it, because I remember the first couple runs, all of the kids at the side, they were literally, I could see the cogs turning in their head to think, right, how can I do this without wasting too much time? We will be getting on with our first runner, Sebastian Daumann, very quickly. We'll be getting there very soon. The cameras are just getting repositioned by the incredible Greg out here with the WNL. We all love Greg. Big up, Greg, for helping us out with the technical side of things on site.
Yeah, man, Greg's one of the MVPs out here powering the Premier Series, and it's just, without him, it would be a mess. So shout out, Greg. We love you, bro.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, taking a look back on the results of the kids division here, and Learn to Turn took out essentially half of the field for the kids division. We'll see if that changes for our mature kids division, as Sebastian Daumann is now at the starting line.
Let's take note if anything has been changed from the last division. Time limit looks to be about the same. Gotta be careful with your balance out here first off. Gotta regain yourself all nice and solid whilst walking across that plank. Now, here we go. Is it even thinner?
Well, it doesn't matter. Sebastian looks very controlled right now. He's surfing through it.
You
Sebastian
literally have to skateboard through this. Any skaters in the house, man? Then you gotta lock it in that yellow cradle right there. This is the hard bit.
Yeah, raising it up can be so tricky. He's wobbling a bit more now. But he's moving very
Lock it
smooth.
in there, just tilt it.
And he's
There we go.
there. And Sebastian is from Adelaide, been doing Ninja for about 2 years. He loves the challenge in Ninja and conquering fears. He has some great friends at base camp where he trains, and it adds to the fun of the sport, he says. He also trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and plays electric guitar. His favorite genre is metal, and the kid knows how to shred. Well, so far, he's shredded through Learn to Turn. Great taste in music. We got to figure out what his favorite band is at some point. But right now, all eyes are on Sebastian on the TikTok, and he just comes up a little short.
Oh, man. Right, it looks like the platform has definitely been adjusted since the last division. Looks like taking those rings up at the top are the optimal way to go.
All right, trying to give it a very deep squat on the TikTok so he can build up some momentum. And it looks like he's getting into a better rhythm on this attempt than the last. Here we go. Sebastian has to work his way across.
Get that
and
momentum.
Almost had it, but just comes up
short on the rings, dude.
And that is going to do it for him. An early exit, very surprising from Sebastian Daumann, but he showed us exactly how to handle Learn to Turn. An obstacle that, Billy, you were pretty concerned about ahead of time. Sebastian made it look easy.
Yeah, perhaps he's laying down the foundation for what is to come out of the rest of our mature kids out here today. I'm excited to see if they can adapt just like Sebastian did as well. Let's see if Connor Jones can do that. Connor comes out of base camp in the south of Australia. He's been doing Ninja for about 2 years now. He's known as the Shark Ninja and often wears a shark shirt. Oh, no!
Very early fall there, but that's all right. We do have a retry.
Gotta get that balance coming in again.
Oh, no!
Oh, no, dude.
Wow. First obstacle really tripping people up. Balance.
Yeah,
so important there.
See, sometimes it's not even the turntable that gets you. It's just because that is a thin plank. It can trip you up.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The beam is pretty thin.
Yeah.
Up next is going to be Hunter Cuttajar. He's been doing Ninja for 5 years, but this is his first year on the Ninja team for Fighting Lions, where he trains. Says he lives and breathes Ninja, jumps at the opportunity to compete in numerous international and national competitions. Such a smooth transition there. Just has to get over the cradle, and he's locked in. Hunter Cuttajar threw that faster than we've seen pretty much anyone this weekend so far.
You lot didn't see this, but my jaw visibly dropped when I saw how smooth that went. They put some WD-40 on that during the break, I tell you.
That was incredible. And now we're going to see if he can keep his run alive on the TikTok. He's got a good swing, but now he's got to aim for the rings. But he cleared. He cleared. He made it through to the platform. Right. And you know what?
It is
Hunter Cuttajar might have just shown the beta for some of our athletes. They might have learned that they can skip that if they need. Now for the rotating cliff. Very excited to see this one in action. A mix of jug holds and cliff ledges to campus across. As they turn towards you, you really have to hit every hold. Skipping that last ledge, awesome dismount there from Hunter Cuttajar.
Right then, now we get our first look at the Thor's Hammer obstacle out here at the compound gym.
Ooh.
Oh, missing that first ring so far, but it's able to be salvaged, hopefully. Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go on the backswing, no less.
And now he can center his swing. He catches the front side of the hammer and links his way out of there. The less time on obstacles, the better. Saves him some time for the remainder of the course. Now for the balls into the cliffhangers. And he's going for that skip here so he can match over. Or no, he's going to do a big swing around.
Nice little reversal type thing there. I see you, Hunter. Getting his way through. Got a match on the swing. Getting there. Nice. A lot of trust in the grip there.
He's lining up the dismount and he's out of there. Still has 1:10 left on the clock for the last 3 obstacles. Now we're going to see just how quickly he can move here. But he's got to launch over to those rings. Builds up a swing and catches it.
Yes!
Nice dismount. Second to last obstacle to go. Still has 45 seconds coming into these pegs.
Here we go. The birdhouse coming in now. Got to eject that peg and put it in again.
Wow.
Yes, there we go.
And the ability to be
Super
so
precise.
the ability to be that calm and composed with less than a minute left on the clock is just absolutely professional. Love to see it. And Hunter Kutajar is going to advance to the final obstacle with 18 seconds left. He's got to get going.
Quite a race. Here he goes,
right
straight into it. No time for a break.
Oh, but his leg got caught up on the rope, and that's going to affect his swing. He's got to get to it quickly. It's going to be a wingnut style throw. And he catches it. Oh, but he fell. And with 1.78 seconds left, he's not going to have enough time to take it on a second time. You can see the accidental dismount there. You could see the surprise on his face as he got out of the TikTok early. Didn't have to retry it. And from there, the floodgates open for Hunter Kutajar. Amazing job there. Advancing to the final obstacle. Puts him in a great spot on the leaderboard. It's going to be a tough act to follow. And Asher Quist is the unfortunate athlete who's going to have to follow that up.
Nice little dog cameo coming in. We like seeing Macho on set here at Compound. But let's see if Asher Quist is going to be able to match the caliber of Hunter just before him.
Well, Asher definitely has the skills to pay the bills. And we're seeing that now.
Sometimes when you go so deep into the course, you forget what comes at the beginning. And then you remember this just comes up, and it's a very... there we go. It takes one you need to properly get used to quickly. Like, that is not a motion you see in Ninja nowadays, is it?
No,
oh, he's gone overboard!
Oh, as you said,
to correct himself.
As you said, it's a very skating type move. You know, if you surf, if you wakeboard, if you skate, you'll be familiar with this type of movement, and it's definitely possible for people to pick up on this. But of course, with a time limit affecting your run as well, it can absolutely be tricky.
You can see Asher struggling a tiny bit here now. Really needs to move his hips in such a way that just inserts the pole into the into the yellow cradle.
Well, here we go. Just has to lock it in. It's been about 1:15 now.
Centimeters away now. Come on, mate.
And he's repositioning his front foot, and I think that gave him a little more control that he needed. And he's going to get out of there.
Being in that position for so long can take a bit of quad energy away.
And you're going to need the quad energy to build up a swing here on the TikTok. You need to squat down as low as you can to build up good power. All right, now generating a lot of swing. Asher's getting into a rhythm now. 1:25 on the clock. Come on, Asher.
Aiming for those rings. No, just comes up short. He has the strategy to go for the red mat, but he just needs to build up a lot of momentum from the start. He's going to kick it. Are we going to see some kick tech in here? No, he's going to go straight off it.
I like the push, though, because that now gives him something to work with that he can expand upon.
Just needs to keep that energy going through, flowing through this TikTok out here. Here he goes. He's building up a bit of momentum now.
Oh, yeah,
getting
definitely
there.
has the power. Now he's got to line up the jump. He's going to have to turn at some point, or he's going to 180.
No! Oh, is that fine?
no.
The foot, man.
Yeah, his
Just
back
barely
foot
touches.
just tapped back. Oh, man. Tough break there. I thought Asher had that dismount. Very, very close run. And to think he probably could have gone so much further had he just landed that dismount. Still an awesome display of skill.
Absolutely, just perseverance in spades there. You could not deny that he just wanted to get through it no matter what. Matthew Tamino is going to be our next competitor on the challenge course, and he is off and ready to go. Quickly and efficiently making his way through the little beams here. Now he has to just steer the ladder. There we go. Sweeping across the floor. Stops right before the cradle.
Super clean movement there on that initial swivel. Now he's going to have to give it a little more oomph, and he does. Australia always seems to have a mix of really unique balance obstacles as well as some very pumpy endurance obstacles, which we'll be seeing a little later. But Matthew's going to have to work his way through first.
This can technically be seen as both a balance obstacle and an endurance obstacle, due to the fact that your knees are bent for so long that your quads can just be gone after a certain amount of time if you get hung up on it a bit too much. Now right. Matthew needs to build up a lot of momentum straight off the bat and see how fast he can create more momentum throughout the squats.
Matthew trains twice a week at Glad Movement with Sarah Blackmore as his coach. Enjoys Ninja for the big laches and dynamic moves. Says he doesn't compete a lot, but he was excited when he got that wild card invite into the Premier Series. And he's definitely made the most of it so far. Just has to build up a bit more of a swing, but he's definitely generating more and more as he's progressing right now. All right, should be good to go in the next 3 or 4 swings. Can start to look at those rings to aim for his target on that turnaround. It is a bit of a 180 unless you step off to the side, in which you make that transition a 90-degree turn. And he's gonna, not enough power there. I was actually looking at the floor at the time instead of the rings, and I always tell the kids that I coach, gotta be looking at your target or you're never gonna get there.
I'm writing that down somewhere. That's actually really useful for me. Now then, Matthew just has to do what he did before, maybe do it a couple more times afterward, look up at the rings, or if he's looking to the red mat to skip it, just get enough momentum so he can do so. Building that momentum, just under a minute left on the clock now. Here he goes. He's holding on to the TikTok for dear life though. Has to keep building momentum so he doesn't lose it though. Looks like he tried to jump but just couldn't get a proper just couldn't get the proper force off of the platform. Still well done from Matthew Tamino though.
All right, now we're going to take it back to the starting line for Mr. Ryan Stone. Ryan sailing through that first balance beam here on Learn to Turn. Now he's going to pivot over, staying completely stationary, and it's working for him. Now has to raise it a little more. And the quicker you do this obstacle, the more time you have for the rest of the course. Ryan Stone moved very, very well through there. Already puts him in a second place, but of course, the further you go, the better your chances are of advancing to finals, especially considering how many athletes are going to be running after him.
Absolutely. He got a good, fast exit from the first obstacle there. Just needs to build up a lot of momentum on this TikTok in order to make it through.
Now the TikTok can be so tricky for our lighter athletes. You can see a lot of swings being taken due to their lighter, smaller statures. But they're making it work, and Ryan Stone has a pretty good swing right now. He's going to need a little bit more. You can see that he's getting some direction from his coach as well, trying to tell him how to properly time his swings with efficiency. All right, huge lead up here. All right, building some swing. He's definitely got a lot more momentum than before. He needs to be thinking about that exit strategy. And you can see him steal a glance at the rings. Definitely looking for a way out. And Billy, the swing's looking pretty good, I think, on this next one.
Yeah.
And he almost had it.
Just couldn't
And
jump
you know what?
far enough, it looks like. He was aiming for the rings.
You know what? He's also very, very close to the platform there. I feel like the beta might just be going for the mat instead of the rings and getting more distance than height.
Yeah, that's an alright strategy to go for, to be fair. If he just wants to get through this obstacle, he just needs to build up that momentum again in order to make it through.
Well, definitely a lot more momentum now, a lot quicker. Swinging from the side instead of the front.
Exactly,
And
you
he's
can
putting his
kind of lean
entire
it
body into
left
it
and
now.
right. He's getting there.
Yeah,
He
it's a
wants
really
to.
good
No,
speed. Oh, but
couldn't get a high
His
enough
back
jump.
leg. Yeah, his back leg just had to come around the TikTok, and that threw off his jump. Well, Ryan Stone is still going to find himself in second place right now, and the top four do advance to finals. But with 9 runners left, it is anyone's game. No one is safe at the moment.
Absolutely. Next up for our challenge course is going to be Ziggy Staley Lobo. Ziggy is about 10 years old and has always had amazing upper body strength in spades, it looks like. During the lockdown in 2020, he was really missing all of the sport he used to be playing, and he started watching the Ninja Warrior TV show in Australia. We wanted him to try the sport, and his parents were lucky enough to find Ninja Kids, who were able to be training outside, and Ziggy was absolutely hooked on that. He's learned so much through his ninja training as well, persistence to keep trying new obstacles and be patient when things don't work straight away. He's developed his resilience as well to keep going when he fails an obstacle. Well, you know, with the retries as well, that can be a massive factor, you know. You'd never know what could go wrong here, especially on a course such as this. But it looks like he's adapting very well on the fly here. This obstacle really wasn't anything people were expecting when they walked into the gym this morning, but they are adapting on the fly very well.
All right, now you can see that Ziggy is just trying to make sure that he's precise with locking the beam in the cradle. Very close to it now. Trying to wiggle it over to the side a little more. Has the height for sure, but just needs to knock it over to his left. Or to his right, our left. But now he finds himself going the opposite direction.
Nearly there, though. Tantalizingly close to inserting it into the yellow slot. Just got to hoist it over and then bit by bit shove it in. Yes, there we go. Ziggy just needs to make his way through very well. Now then, on to the TikTok. This has been probably more of a killer than the previous obstacle as well.
Yeah, this has been so difficult and time-consuming for our athletes so far. It's definitely a matter of how quickly can you get through these first couple of obstacles. And at the moment, Ziggy has to get through it. He's in 5th place right now, so outside of that top 4 for a qualifying spot, this is going to be all important.
Absolutely. Just trying to get little bursts of energy through these squats here on the TikTok. Looks like this is the best build-up of momentum we've seen so far, and still going for a bit more. I feel like that jump to the rings is going to happen in a minute. And so close there.
You can see there that yellow.
Gonna have to try it again.
The yellow there indicating a retry. Ziggy remaining calm, waiting for the obstacle to be reset. Timer is frozen while the course is being reset. So nothing to worry about in terms of losing seconds.
Just needs to get all of that momentum back in there.
All right, now rebuilding that swing.
Again, trying to get little bursts of energy at a time to result in a very powerful burst of energy off of the TikTok onto the rings. But with the time ticking down mercifully, not looking too good for Ziggy right now, but he still wants to give it a try.
All right, looks like he's building up a lot of speed on this, and that's helping his power.
No!
And he almost got his hands on it, but he peeled out of the rings, and that is going to do it for Ziggy. Also going to land him outside of the top 4, unfortunately.
Super, super close out of Ziggy there. Persevering through that first obstacle as well. Nothing but respect for my boy Ziggy out here. Now, Lenny Jans coming out of Hit Nation in Victoria. Relatively close to Compound as well.
All right, now he's got to raise
What a
the
story
end.
this kid has as well. Lenny started his ninja journey after being identified at a birthday party in Warrnambool, and within 4 months he was crowned the national champion for his age group. Like, come on. That doesn't just happen with luck.
No, that just goes to show that you are a natural at this sport, and Lenny since then has had the chance to perfect his craft, and it's definitely been paying off. It's earned him a spot in the Premier Series.
Absolutely, one of the most prestige ninja stages there is in the world, let alone just the nation of Australia.
Well, he seems to be a little stuck here, trying to figure out his rhythm and body positioning on Learn to Turn. And he's getting a little frustrated. His back foot has got to be covering more of that big step platform there. Instead, he's on the very edge, and it's not giving him the control that he needs to fully pivot.
It is super hard to reorientate your hips and like try to distribute weight in the correct position when you're just turning back almost. There we go. He's trying to fight it back.
Foot.
There we go.
He's
Yes, there we go.
in.
Shifting the foot might be a new beta break, perhaps.
All right, now onto that TikTok, which has been so tricky for our athletes so far. We've been talking about Learn to Turn being a cutoff, but this TikTok has proven to be the crux point of our Mature Kids male division.
Yeah. ended up seeing quite a couple of fatalities on this obstacle within the past half an hour or so. Just got to get enough momentum to get onto those rings, or to just skip them altogether if you can get that in, if you can get enough momentum.
All right, well, Lenny still
He's getting to that point now.
Outside of the top 4. He might be looking for a jump out to the mat instead of the rings. He's looking down. He might be trying to launch.
Strategy.
You know, it worked for Hunter. Cut on accident. We'll see if Lenny can do it on purpose. And he did. Awesome
Fine.
job.
Yes, there we go.
Lenny is going to jump into the top 3. That's all right. If he can get through the rotating cliffs with the time left, he is going to be in second place for the time being. But he's got to move quickly. Oh, his hand's a little uneven there, going hand over hand now.
Crossover here, I see you.
Great job. And he's going to look at that dismount now. Great job. Now he's going to be in second place. Coming into Thor's hammer with about 10 seconds left. Can he link his way through? Oh, he misses the ring. Something we saw Hunter do as well. Perhaps the coordination of a swinging target can be tricky, but he's going to run out of time there. Lenny Jans is going to be in second place for the time being. The second athlete to break past those first 2 obstacles in the Mature Kids male division. Awesome job.
Really hoping we can see a couple more of those athletes as well. We have about we have 7
more athletes to go.
Yeah, literally about 7 more athletes to go on the male side of things, and then we have our like 11 or so female athletes. 12. There we go.
That's right. Which means we are officially halfway through our Mature Kids male division, and kicking off our second half is going to be Mason Goldsmith Carter.
This kid's nickname is the Gremlin Ninja. His favorite ninja obstacles are laches. There are quite a couple of laches in the mid section of this course. Really hoping he makes it there. As well as ninja, Mason enjoys playing soccer and running. He also likes dogs and searching for treasure with his metal detector. That is a hobby I have not heard in a while. Underrated, I must say. Also, if he likes dogs, then he must like the presence of the dog just taking this nice little commute around the gym.
All right, looks like the timer is up for Mason. You can see his coach there showing the motion on how to properly handle learn to turn. We'll see if Mason can pick this up quickly. No problems getting to the pivot point. He's going to really lean into it, keep it slow and steady, and he's just going to ride this one out. Oh, but he's a little stuck here. Giving it a little bit more. Mason trying to reposition his feet to really, really exaggerate how much he's tipping this beam. All right, well now he's
gets it over
a couple
the
moves
sandbag.
away from locking it in. And
yes.
He's in. So now he can get going.
With time to spare. He has time. Let's see how fast he can create momentum on this TikTok. Got a solid bit of momentum to start off there. Let's see if he can build any more.
All right, well, so far doing a great job. Has a good rhythm here with his squats on the TikTok. Gonna have to give it a tiny bit more. Now, we've seen both athletes who have cleared this obstacle skip the rings entirely. We'll see what Mason's approach is going to be. Is he going to try and catch a ring, or is he going to jump through it? He's looking at the rings. So that might be where he's aiming.
No!
Oh, it comes up short, and I think he might as well just go for broke and try and jump through it. He seemed to have the distance.
To be fair.
My thing is, if you're going more out than up, you're more likely to make it to that finish platform.
Blake has competed internationally. Very, very happy that he has another opportunity to qualify for the WNL Premier Series finals. He enjoys competing in Ninja for the challenge and the friendships, and he also loves parkour and tricking. Nice little skill set to have there too.
You know, tricking requires so much body awareness and control. Can definitely be helpful here. And so far, it's been working for him. Great movement there on learn to turn. I think that's going to be the fastest we've seen anyone get through. And he's going to hop into the top 4 with that. But of course, he's going to want to get through the TikTok here.
Yeah, just needs to build up that momentum again. He's seen what can go wrong here.
And he's going to come up a little short. I can't tell if he was aiming for the rings. He had his hands up, but he also went out towards the platform. Maybe he couldn't really decide. Either way, he's going to have to commit to one target in order to ensure that he can fully send it. All right, Blake. Building up some swing. A little off rhythm here. Looks like he's back into it now. Giving a lot more power to it.
Still got 2 minutes left. If he makes this pretty quickly, he has a solid shot and get it through the rest of the course at a solid pace. Let's see how he fares here.
And it looks like that's going to do it for him.
No.
So close.
Sad time
Blake
to play.
Artist is going to be in 4th place. That is going to put him on the bubble, but 29 seconds through learn to turn is a pretty tough stat to beat.
Is he still going?
I think he's still going. I don't think he's been informed that he's done.
I mean, to be fair, if you're on Premier Series, you might as well just go for it, you know? Especially on that obstacle. Don't tell me you wouldn't either.
Oh, absolutely. I would keep going. Oh, he's still going.
What? Is he fine?
Perhaps there was a misclick by the refs, and they're still going. Good static out. And you can see Clem is using his phone still. Perhaps he's still running a timer separately, and they'll have to adjust the
regardless.
time for...
He'd be out
They'll
there
have to adjust the time for his movement.
Regardless, some great ninja skill showcase.
Time's gonna run out there. Well, we'll get the full story on Blake's run for you guys as soon as we have an update. But at the moment, he is going to be in the top 4. We'll get his official result a little later.
Is he still going?
Well, I mean, I don't think that was the full 3:30, so I wouldn't be surprised if he still has a chance to retry and beat Thor's hammer here.
Interesting how he has that many retries still in the bank. I thought he used them all, but regardless, still going.
No,
and there he goes.
Oh, and that's going to do it. No, that would have been his second retry on the TikTok and then one there. Now, the leaderboard is going to be shaken up. We see that Ryan Stone's run is under review. I do believe there was an extra click on the buttons there. We'll have to double check that, and we'll, of course, get an accurate result for Blake Artist in the meantime. We have 5 runners remaining in the Mature Kids male division. And Hunter Cuttajar, having made it to the 7th obstacle, is currently sitting in the best spot to qualify for finals.
Interesting things all around. I'm excited to see how the rest of our athletes... We now have the top 5 from our placement course. A lot of opportunities to get into the top positions here. Moving on from Blake, we now have Ronan Preached. Is he repping a Tyler Smith shirt? I see you, dude. Nice little
Yes,
drip
that
from
is.
overseas.
That is a Tyler Smith shirt. Elvis is known as the Ninja. Oh, that's not Elvis. That's Ronan. That's what I thought. The run order
Ronan.
said Ronan.
Yeah.
Let's get Ronan's info up and not Elvis. Ronan's trying to
He's
lock
taking
it.
a bit of time here.
A big lean, and he's
Nearly
kind of
loses it.
leaning backwards. Yeah. I was worried about his balance. For a
Now
second
he's
there.
going smooth. Yes, slots it onto the orange sandbag. And with about 3 minutes there, easy stuff out from here from Ronan.
All right. So now while Ronan is
Explosive
taking
jump.
the TikTok, you can see that he's currently in 5th. After adjustments to Ryan Stone's time, you can see on the bottom of your screen, he's hopped into 3rd place. We'll have to get final verification on that for accurate results, as well as Blake Artis' time potentially being locked in. Ronan's gonna
Only
have to clear
3
this off so he
milliseconds
can
behind.
ensure that he's in the top 4 right now. And there's Blake Artis' adjusted time as well, which puts him in
we're
the
seeing
second.
a lot of things.
And Ryan's is locked in and Blake's is locked in, which means Ronan is going to have to beat this in order to hop into that top 4, as he is 6 seconds slower to the TikTok than Ryan Stone right now. Oh, it's going to be an absolute nail biter now. Ronan really trying to gather as much power and momentum as possible.
See how he fares here, building up quite a bit of momentum here.
Oh, he's
Got
got
to
a
get
lot
a tiny
there.
bit more.
Yeah, he should definitely start looking at an exit strategy now.
Time ticking down on him. He needs to get out of here very soon. No!
Not
Oh
make
no!
I wasn't sure if he had actually made it, but then rolled backward, and I guess that's going to do it for him on
Yeah.
his first attempt. He still has a minute 18 to get this on his second try.
Just needs to make it to the rotating cliffs and perhaps beyond to get into that top 4. Right, building up as much momentum as he can.
Oh, but he's throwing off his own swing. He's holding that squat for too long, actually. You want to be able to squat and immediately push, so you're pushing the TikTok twice, technically, every time you're swinging. And because he's holding it for so long, it's going to take him a longer time to build up swing.
Also, only 10 seconds left remaining now. Probably not. Might as well have a go if he knows how much time is left, but it looks like to no avail. Unfortunately, time is up for Ronan. Great perseverance, however. Great stuff in that regard.
Well, with that, Ronan's going to land just outside of the top 4. He's going to be in 5th for the time being. And we now are down to our final 4 runners of the Mature Kids male division, starting with Elvis Wick.
This is where
Now this
we're going to
this
start
means-
seeing.
Well, you just left us hanging, Billy. What are we going to start seeing?
I thought you were going to say
This
the
is
same
where
thing,
we're
but
going to
this
start
is where
seeing. This is where we'll see our
This is where-
athletes punch their tickets to Washington for the Premier Series finals.
There we go. That's the sentence I was trying to get out.
Currently in first place is Hunter Cuttajar. He will be first in line to qualify for the finals, but if Elvis Wick can outdo him, Elvis will lock in his spot as a finalist.
You know, this obstacle is kind of like one of those things you do when you're bored in real life. You know when you stand up on like one of them spinny chairs and you just try and spin around and then you stop and you're trying to shift to the side to keep it rolling. That's kind of what you need to do here. So maybe if you get really bored one day, this is a very good obstacle to try out in your office or something.
Uh-huh. Now, Elvis is known as the Ninja. Been competing for about 18 months in the sport. His first big competition was last year's Ninja Challenge League finals. Since then, he's really liked trying new obstacles, loves training at all gyms. For the last 8 months, Elvis has made a lot of progress under the guidance of his coach and mentor, Sonny Axnick. His future goals include improving his skills and making next year. Hopes to come in top 10 there. Big goals. But for right now, his eyes should be on Premier Series finals and getting through this TikTok that's been so tricky.
Yes!
Foot
Great
taps
stuff.
on the red and he's all good. You can see him kick the edge of the mat there. I was looking to see that he didn't kick a blue mat and he was in the clear. Now he's going to be in the top 4.
On to this. These reverse cliffhanger transfers. Such an interesting obstacle.
Of course, working your way through these cliffs as quickly as possible is super important. Elvis in the top 4, but he's in 4th. You know he's going to want to be a little higher to give himself some extra cushion, and he's now in 2nd place off of time. Let's see if he can keep this run alive. Still has 1:05 left.
Obviously wants to conserve as much energy as possible here. Oh, hello.
Went a little sideways, but it was intentional. And now he's straightened himself out for Thor's hammer. Could he be our 2nd athlete in the mature kids division to get through this obstacle?
Yes,
Links his way out. Oh, but no, his back foot came off the platform. You need to be, especially when you're linking dismounts, a little more assertive. Well, now Elvis has shown that he can absolutely get this catch, just has to match that dismount with a little more power, and he'll be in the clear. There's the pop.
Yes, he's made it a bit further. There we go. Right then, next obstacle here, we have the cannonballs to the cliffhanger.
15 seconds left, though. He's really got to move. Taking a couple extra swings to line himself up on the cliffs. He's got to reach over. Nice pop. And the dismount. Yes, he's there. And he's going to run out of time before obstacle number 6. But with a 2nd place run right now, Elvis Wick is putting himself in a great spot to make it to the finals. Take a look here again. Caught those rings. Had to double check that he didn't foot tap on the blue, and he was all good. Hunter Cuttajar locks his spot into the finals, but Elvis Wick, just behind him, is next in line to join him. Well,
we are now going to be moving on to Zaki Andari. Here we go. He plays Australian rules football, soccer, and competes at Little Athletics as well. He started Ninja in January of 2023 and absolutely loved it. He trains hard and likes to challenge himself. This is a very challenging course. No, this is a very challenging challenge course. Let's see if Zaki is up to the challenge of this challenge course.
Wow. Okay.
That was smooth.
That was a very smooth swivel there. And just has to lock it in. Looks like our athletes are really getting the hang of the technique here. One of the perks of going later on the challenge course is getting to see some of the other athletes run. You can take notes from their technique and try and be a little quicker, knowing what you have to accomplish. Zaki Needs to get through now, not just the TikTok, but in order to jump into the top 4, you're going to have to get through the rotating cliffs. So the bar has been raised by quite a bit, and time will absolutely be a factor.
He looks like he's building up momentum quite quickly, though. He could go for a jump reasonably soon.
Well, he definitely has the momentum. He's got to get that jump. He's skipping the rings. And
he's done it! Yes, mate!
Great skip there.
Both retries still there.
And I don't think he's going to need it on these rotating cliffs. The Australians train so much cliff and endurance, everything, really. So I'm not surprised that we haven't really seen anyone come undone here.
Nah.
Now he's got to move his hand over a bit. You can see him really on the edge with his left hand. Has to grip a little more. And the more moves you take on this, the more energy is being sapped away. We know that Zaki can get through this, but now it's going to be a matter of saving your strength for the later, pumpier obstacles as well. Looks like he's going for an early dismount, and he's out of there.
There he goes. Right then, here we go. Thor's hammer.
Great swing
nice,
over.
Very fingertips. Oh, hello. There he goes. Catches the ring again. Can he get that powerful swing onto Thor's hammer?
Great catch.
There we go.
He's going to take an extra swing here. He's going to land himself into third place with that right now. If he beats this obstacle faster than Elvis, he will lock his spot into the Premier Series Finals.
He does have time on his side, so he can afford a couple extra swings if he wants to. But knowing Zaki, he really wants to go for that first place spot. So he's probably going to try and efficiently go through these cliffs here.
And just like that, with a clear, Zaki Andries in second place. He will qualify for the Premier Series Finals.
Here he goes. Now then, through this bar, just going to monkey his way through and see if he can lâcher professionally from this wooden board onto those rings.
I think he should be good to go on this swing.
And take it. Nice little linkage of the ditch mount there.
Now he's just the second athlete in the mature kids division to advance to the bird boxes, but I do believe he is out of time.
Yeah.
Still an awesome job there. Look at that skip there on the TikTok. Really just launched himself, and the risk paid off. And just like that, Zaki Andries is going to the Premier Series Finals with that run. Amazing job. We have 2 runners left, and they are the 2 fastest finishing in the Mature Kids Male Division from the placement course. Daniel Jolly is going to be up next. And currently on the bubble is Blake Artis. Now, Blake completed obstacle number 3, the rotating cliff. And that is going to be the cutoff for Daniel Jolly. We're really getting down to the wire. We can see our athletes learning from the previous runners, demonstrating their skill to full potential. I think we're going to see something very special here between our last 2 runners, Daniel Jolly and Benjamin Dowes, who is our national runner-up from the Ninja Challenge League.
2 massive names in the youth scene for Australia. Super excited to see how these 2 incredible lads are going to perform on the Premier Series stage. You're going to see Daniel Jolly in just a minute.
And you can see Daniel at the starting line now, getting ready for it, blowing on his hands, making sure that he's not going to slip off of anything.
Is that liquid chalk maybe as well?
Perhaps.
3 minute 30. Hopefully our boy Daniel is able to make it deep into this course with such time allotted.
Now we've only let it challenge course clear in this event so far. Would love to see another with Daniel Jolly up now.
Taking a moment to let everyone know he is ready.
All right, and off to the races goes Daniel Jolly. Once again, he's going to have to beat the third obstacle in order to have a shot at the top four. Beating the fourth obstacle will guarantee him a score for the time being.
Taking quite a smooth approach to that turntable as well.
Already on that TikTok now, building up a lot of swing.
Got to build up that momentum as fast as he can to ensure a pretty good time, all things considered.
And I do think he's looking for that skip as well here, Billy. Let's see what he chooses to do.
Ooh, yes, and he does it with success.
All right, using the truss to prop himself up. He's going to skip that first hold somewhat and work his way through the rotating cliffs. Good technique, good hand placement, making sure he can match and go. A nice pullback on that last ledge, and he's out of there, landing himself in the top four for the time being, coming into Thor's Hammer now. Still has 2 minutes left on the clock. He'll want to get through this as quickly as possible to guarantee his spot in the finals.
Got to get that swing out here. And he gets the grab as well. A minute 45 about left on the clock here.
Now he's making great time coming into the cannonballs to cliffhangers. Two-handed matching technique. It looks like he might be going straight for the
energy
cliff.
There. Yes,
great
very good technique.
You can tell that he mapped this out already, and that is why he's going to be jumping off the fifth obstacle and into the Premier Series finals with this run. He has guaranteed his spot in the top four. Now let's see if he can get the win here and potentially be our first finisher of the challenge course in the Mature Kids male division.
Got to get that swing from the board here. 55 seconds remaining. Looks like he has a lot of swing generation already with 50 seconds remaining. No retries have been used yet. Now on to the bird box.
Now you just have to be so precise and calm through this obstacle. Too many extra swings and panic while you miss can be so detrimental. And he slips off just in front of the dismount platform.
No!
Wow!
Dude, I thought he made
Thought
it.
he had that.
Oh, no.
I thought he had that.
Same, dude. One of the pegs might have landed on his head as well. Hopefully he can make it through
You know what,
this
though?
obstacle quite efficiently with a shot of a buzzer still alive.
We know that he can beat this obstacle, but the problem is now arising with time. Not going to have the most amount of
that's
time.
the problem, innit? Still
Locks
sticking
it
the
in
pegs
again.
in there, though.
Oh, but he misses this last one.
Oh, no.
Don't
He
believe
just needs to
the
make it past this
orientation
obstacle.
is the same.
And then he's... Come on,
Oh,
dude.
he's running out of time.
Ah,
And
man.
time's going to expire for Daniel Jolly. He's still going to advance to the finals. An amazing job. Puts him in second place right now. He will be on our podium.
Yeah.
And that means we are down to our final runner of the Mature Kids male division. It's going to be Benjamin Dowes, who was second at the Ninja Challenge League finals last year. Currently on the bubble is Elvis Wick. He made it through obstacle number 5, the balls to cliffhangers, with a time of 3 minutes 26 seconds.
Our final Mature Kid male is now off to the races. He has seen so many runs throughout the day already. Just needs to get this all well and good. Smooth transitions out here. Gotta keep it going again. Can he keep on steering? Come on, mate. All around the world, man. The protractor of Ninja. The protractor of Ninja. There we go. Oh, the compass of Ninja. I'm losing my mind. Oh, my goodness me. Anyway, Benjamin Dowes, super close to making it into the yellow cradle. 2 minute 45 remaining. Smile on his face. He's still having a good time out here on these obstacles, which is great to see. Come on, dude. Well, super close. He's hopping it.
He's got to just pop it over to the side. It needs a little more height to it. And he's actually going in the opposite direction. It's been 1 minute and 10 seconds now, Billy. Time definitely going to be a problem, but he gets out of there. Now coming into the TikTok.
This is the decider right here. All massively depends on how his squats can impact the swing generation on this thing.
All right, building up a huge swing now.
Gotta keep this going. Come on, mate. Oh, yes. Doesn't even need the rings. Just use it. Just touches them for the fun of it. There we go.
And it looks like Benjamin Dowes now really slamming on that gas pedal.
Motoring ahead now.
Yeah, he knows that he's got to get going.
Perhaps a skip or two might be in question for these next few obstacles, including this cliffhanger complex. Yeah, here we go.
He's building up, lining himself up.
Oh, no, he's going the full way. There we go. Nice. Okay. 1 minute 15. He's going to have to motor through these obstacles if he wants to get a chance at the top 4.
That's right. This is going to be much closer than I initially thought, but he's going to link his way through.
Ooh, yes. That was very close.
Now he has a whole minute to complete this obstacle in order to land in the top 4. Otherwise, the final qualifying spot will go to Elvis Wick. Great grab there. He's going to pop over to the second ledge. Oh, no. Wow.
Oh, my goodness me. That save is amazing. One more swing onto the mat. And Benjamin Dowes is now past Elvis Wick.
That's right. He is our 4th finalist. And currently, he's looking to go even further. He's in 3rd place now. If he gets through the bird boxes in the next 20 seconds, he'll jump into 2nd place. But you can see him stopping to regrip.
He was about at Daniel's pace as well after the retry. Here we go. Can he just make it past this obstacle with 5 seconds to go? Oh, no, just missing the final one, dude. Oh, man. Super close. Right then, with that all said and done, that wraps up the Mature Kids male division for the Compound Ninja Gym down under in Australia. But we are going to be swiftly moving along to our Mature Kid female competitors. We're going to be starting off with Miller Graham Arho. Miller began her journey in Ninja at the start of 2023. After years of climbing anything that she could find, she quickly discovered a passion for the sport and loves challenging herself to conquer new obstacles, such as this one right here. Here she goes. Despite a couple of setbacks and a fractured finger and a dislocation, both from football, Mila has come back stronger each time, and this is the first time competing interstate. A big deal for her. There we go, just getting a bit of that circular motion out here. She needs this. Set down the foundation for the rest of the athletes yet to come out here.
Looks like she's swiveling away.
Super close there.
Never mind, she's got it. She's got it on lock. She just has to pop it over.
Just needs to
the
hop
other
it
side.
over that
Oh,
black
but it went
barrier
back to
there.
the
Come
sandbag.
on. There we go. Just
go.
slots it in. Easy stuff. Here she goes. Got to build up that momentum. She's going with a sideways approach.
All right, now for this TikTok, we're going to see again, will we see our athletes aim for those rings, or are they going to go for the skip to the platform instead?
She really wants this. She's edging towards it. You can see she's looking at the ring. She's trying to formulate a plan whilst also building up the momentum. Super close to just getting to that point now. Minute 27.
Oh, she's got
Come
a
on, you
huge
get in
swing
there
now.
now.
She's looking for the jump. She's going to go
Still
through the
getting
rings.
there.
I think she is at least.
Come on, Miller. 1 minute 10. She losing momentum now. No!
Oh,
this jump!
man.
All of that build up. Let's see if she can build up that momentum at twice the speed this time.
All right.
Come on, Miller.
45 seconds on the clock. Has to get going here. Doesn't have a whole lot of time on her side.
You've got this, Miller. You can build up enough swing to grab those rings with the 10 seconds remaining.
Come on, you got this huge power. Get out of there.
Oh, she's got it. Come on,
but
mate.
she's slowing down.
A
Come on,
second
send
remains.
it. Yeah.
She made it, and oh!
Oh no,
It runs out of time.
I don't know if she got that. Maybe they'll mark that as under review, or I don't.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
Oh, that's so close.
Right then, so that is our first run of the Mature Kids female division.
That was wild. I was not expecting that ending there. Oh my goodness.
We can now see the end of the light for our Mature Kid division. Savannah McSwain is our final competitor of this division. We can see the end right there, our final 12 competitors of this division. Right, here we go. Stella Janes. Stella has some big dreams, and one is to compete on the Ninja Warrior show. She has some favorite obstacles, which include the warp wall.
Man.
Oh,
Whoa.
no!
Very
Right.
surprising.
Got to be very careful here. Take a bit of time to get used to the balance here. We got it, Premier Series. Get to that thicker platform. Very nice. She likes the warped walls, the slack lines, the hook grips, and the balance obstacles, including walking on cable drums and stepping on balance blocks. Nice. She does Lachey's very tricky. Oh, she does find Lachey's very tricky, but recently learned how to do them on the swinging U-bars at the gym. So she's got that unlocked, perhaps. Just getting that balance really, really close now. Super close there. That's the closest she's gotten to the yellow cradle. There we go. Just shift it to the right for you. Oh, okay. Oh, she's gone a bit over. Just tilt it to the left a little bit more. Come on, get it in there. You got this. Come on. Yes, there we go.
All right, she's out of there with a time of 1:33. And you can see there on the bottom, Mila did get, with 0.04 seconds left, that landing on the TikTok. We'll see if Stella can do the same. Building up a bunch of swing.
The squat game is there, getting as much momentum as she can whilst in that position.
"45 seconds remaining."
Time might not be on her side for a clear, but she just wants this obstacle to be completed. Just about 10 seconds remaining. Can she make this jump?
Looks like she comes up
had
just
to
short.
go for it.
Yeah, and it looks like she's not going to have enough time here.
Nah.
About a second left. Unfortunate there to see how that ended, but still a great job overall. Put up a great fight. Love to see that if our ninjas have learned anything in their time in this sport, it's to not quit. Super inspiring
Exactly.
stuff.
All of these ninjas are incredible fighters. They do not give up at all on any of these obstacles. They keep going until their time runs out, until their grip gives out. They always want it, don't they? Tilly Vandermeer is now up on the course here. There we go, smooth
Wow,
slide.
so clean
Oh,
there.
that was just smooth, that. There we go, we're getting there. Good stuff. Tilly Vandermeer. Nice little push off already.
All right, well, she seems to be building up momentum very quickly here. Very efficient technique.
Oh, there we go. We're building up a lot of momentum here. This is fast as well.
Oh, come
We're on
on.
the sideways
Let's get
type
this
thing
tip.
here.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Good
You could
stuff
hear-
from Tilly Vandermeer.
A little trip there, but she's all right. You could see her thread the needle between the two rings. That was really cool.
Reaching up with literally just the fingertips there, you could see every individual finger bone. Just like gripping on for dear life in that rock hold. Same here.
Good reach over.
There we go. Getting there. Lining up for a little skip there. Good stuff. 99 seconds.
Well, so far, Tilly is putting up a great run. Has gone further than anyone else in her
missing
division.
Out on that. Oh, no. It's
She
running
catches
away.
that
There we
ring.
go.
It's
She's
all
caught
right.
it.
She has plenty of time to catch Thor's hammer and extend her lead, which puts the pressure on the other athlete. But he fell backward. Oh, man. Which means we're going to have to see a second attempt here. Shouldn't be too difficult. She has to let go of that ring. Not allowed to touch it until the timer's unfrozen.
There we go. Yes, nice. Gotta build up that swing, though, to grab onto the Thor's hammer successfully. Can she make it? Yes, very nice. Gripping on for dear life has to... all these kids have to fully extend their arms when they're doing that. And it takes... oh my goodness me!
Whoa, no!
Right. Here Tilly goes. Brachiating through these balls here. Gotta get that dip. Up to that cliffhanger, yes. Can she avenge herself here on this jump?
And she... oh,
No!
she came off 12.
The fingertips!
Looks like
hanging...
her left hand just kind of went over her right pinky for a bit, and that took away a lot of the stability she would have had. But look at her skip through the rings again. Great move there. You can see the crowd really getting fired up here as well. Love to see our
Mission
athletes break
Impossible
through.
type stuff. To like kind of duck sideways. That actually looked really cool as well. Right then, our next competitor is Maisie Mock, coming out of the compound and Ninja Nation. Been doing Ninja for about 4 years. Let's see if that experience can pay off.
All right, well, our fourth runner is going to be none other than Maisie Mock. And Maisie will be coming up in just a bit. I believe we're waiting on a little reset here of the obstacles.
Right then, here we go. Maisie Mock coming out of Melbourne. It's the compound and Ninja Nation, both of her main gyms. Amazing display of technique in the placement course as well. There we go, very smooth, not being stopped at all. Ah, nice. Skipping the orange entirely. Just has to lift it up. There we go, nice.
All right, now building up some swing here. Looks like we're seeing our athletes start to figure out the TikTok a little more. Not only has Maisie gotten to watch the 3 athletes before her in her division, but all of the mature kids' male runs as well. and you can tell that she's been doing her homework.
Oh, look
paying
at that
attention to the
momentum there,
technique.
dude.
She should be good to go on this next swing, and I think she's gonna. Nice
Yes,
shootout.
there we go.
Wow. Oh
And
my
we
goodness.
stuffed
That's
fair.
This is
We
the
are seeing a
second
couple trips
athlete-
after that.
Yeah. We're seeing a couple stumbles here, but definitely
That's
not
the real
affecting
obstacle.
Maisie. Yep. Forget the TikTok. It's all about the dismount there, the dismount mat. The real
Yeah.
obstacle 3. But
You're
now
gonna
Maisie.
see that at Worlds this year.
Yep.
Come on, Maisie, you've got this.
absolutely sailing through
Going for a
the
skip,
rotating
maybe?
cliffs.
No, just going for that. Nice.
She's lining up that dismount. Great movement there. Did that basically one-handed as well. Very impressive.
Very nice, yeah. Right then, here we go. Can she build up the swing for the Thor hammer?
Says that she found the shades very tricky, but recently learned how to do them in her training. And it looks like it pays off because she figured out Thor's
Very
hammer
well.
first try.
Right then.
Now she's going to set herself up for a swing up to the cliff already.
Nice little
Good.
diagonal type deal.
Yes, I love
Which
the
works
thinking
for her.
there. Hand placement on grip obstacles are so important, and Maisie very clearly had her plan mapped out and executed perfectly there.
Yeah. Right then, here she goes. 50 seconds remaining. If she just has basically a flawless run to this point, a clear is definitely still in the question.
Now waiting to see if she can catch these rings, which she does.
Yes,
and she's
she
through.
does with ease.
33
Right then, here we
seconds
go.
to get through the birdhouses. Still has time to make it to our final obstacle. This is putting her in first place. See if she can hold on to that. Oh, but she's struggling on
No.
this first transition. Locks it in the
There
second
we
time
go.
around.
Locks it in this time. About 15 seconds remain for these final few.
And another extra swing here. But
Yes,
she's fine.
there we go.
Maybe needs to
Right.
minimize her
One
swing.
more.
Oh, she's going early,
Oh,
Billy.
she's just going for a swing. Right, come on. 3 seconds remaining. Can she make it?
She didn't get it. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. But you know what? Maisie Mock showed a lot of moxie. Got out
yeah.
of that second obstacle with a lot of power and force. Managed to work her way to the second to last obstacle. Puts her in a great spot for the top 4 right now. Check out
Absolutely.
Macho
Now-
there. Macho's
My
running the course.
boy. Yo, let's go.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not Macho. It's Madeline Brown who's going to be our next runner.
An incredible athlete out here. Madeline's favorite thing about being a ninja is conquering different challenging obstacles. She says it's all about having a positive mindset. That is how we get through everything in life here. A positive mindset is how we deal with this. And let's see if that mindset can carry through this first obstacle.
Ooh, and you can see a bit of a lean backwards as well in her posture. Hopefully that doesn't send her off the learn to turn here.
Getting there, very close now.
Gonna pop up.
So close to
Over,
inserting
and
it
she's
into the
locked
cradle. There
in.
we go.
All right, and she is through. Learn to turn now coming into the TikTok. These first 2 obstacles can eat up so much time. A minute already gone. Hopefully Madeline can get through this and figure it out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's do it. Taking a bit of time to get some momentum right now. Come on, Madeline, you've got this. You got to build up that momentum.
Well, looks like she needs a bit more of a jump. And correct me if I'm wrong, but are those slap chalks that she's wearing?
Ooh, shout out to my boy Joseph Rouse, one of our sponsors out here.
All right, well, we'll see if she's going to put those slap chalks to use on the cliffs. But first, she's got to really get that dismount and comes up short. 1:18 to go for her second attempt on the TikTok and for the rest of the course afterwards. Here we go, trying to rebuild.
Yeah, getting nice and low to propel her body upward.
All right, here we go. Thirty seconds on the clock
remaining.
now.
Here we go.
Needs a bit more power, and she's not really giving a huge squat. She's building, but she needs a bit more.
Might be good enough if she properly goes for those rings now.
Well, she's looking at it.
10 seconds remaining.
She's looking at a way out. You can see her head turning.
Here we go.
Oh, no! And
Madeline Brown
is going to find herself in fourth place right now, but that is going to put her on the bubble with a lot of runners to go. So close there. Now, Milo Roser is going to be next. We have 7 runners remaining in the Mature Kids female division, folks. No one is safe right now, not even Maisie Mock, who put up a great run to the second to last obstacle. We'll see if Willow can follow that up.
Absolutely not. Right then, here we go. Willow Moser coming through now. Can she match?
Oh no, a little shaky there, but she's all right.
Tiny bit, but she's resolving it very well.
Wow, so clean to the sandbag. Just has to get these last couple of moves, and she's in. Willow building up some good swing here. Already has some good momentum.
Here she goes. The squat is kind of there, but she just needs to properly build it up to maximum potential.
All right, she's really got a good swing going here now. She's going to need a bit more if she wants to go for the skip, but she might be good for the rings now. See her looking. I think she realizes she needs a bit more if she wants to go for that skip.
Here we go. Willow Moser. 2 minutes remaining. How much more momentum does she need?
A minute 50 remaining, a little less than that now. She's not really gaining much more swing. I think it'd be advisable for her to get out of there, even if it's just going for the rings. And she just comes up short.
Though.
Very, very close there. Feet just in front of the platform. She's going to get another chance at this with a minute 33 remaining.
Oh, she's right on it. Oh, dear. Okay, she's starting off it. That's good. You need to really get a good push off this, you need to run into it. There we go. We're getting a bit more now. But with a minute 30 remaining, see what she has cooking here.
While Willow right now is currently on the bubble in 4th place. Made it through Learn to Turn in 30 seconds. A great time through that obstacle. One of the faster ones we've seen today. But of course, we're going to need a bit more to really ensure that she can stay in that top 4.
We're getting a bit more there now. Oh yeah!
Oh no! It's been
we
marked
keep getting
as a
debated
no.
with these dismounts, man.
So close there.
Right then, Jordan Stevens is going to be our next competitor here on the challenge course. Jordan, aka Jordstar, started training and competing at nearly 5 years ago. She loves setting herself a challenge and is often the last one to leave the session. That just shows the dedication in wanting to improve as a ninja athlete.
That's so right, Billy. And now we're going to see just how much she can fight through this incredibly difficult challenge course.
Carefully and steadily making her way through now. Steering it all nice and well.
Great move so far, and she can lock that in now. Awesome job. Not the fastest, but one of the cleanest on that second half of Learn to Turn that we've seen so far. All right, now coming into the TikTok. Building up as much swing as possible.
There we go, we're getting a bit more momentum now.
Oh, and she gets it. No, she got
What,
it.
really? How? Wow! Okay, I see you. Good stuff.
The many emotions of Billy Dixon, everyone.
Exactly. Many questions have arisen throughout my time here today.
Well, Jordan is kicking off our second half of the Mature Kids female division, which means she placed, along with the other athletes, on the top half of the placement course leaderboard. Starting to see why, as Jordan is already in 3rd place, coming into Thor's Hammer.
We're getting into the proper business now, ladies and gentlemen.
Good reach over. And a great
utilizing only one ring to start.
Well, she's building up swing very clean here. Should be good to go on Thor's Hammer now. Oh,
no!
She feels.
What?
Oh.
No, right.
You know what? Had she just pulled herself forward, that would have been a clear. But she's going to get to try this again.
Yeah.
A lot of very surprising dismounts in these runs so far in the Mature Kids division.
I got to see the montage.
Great landing and links her way out.
This time.
Awesome job. Now she's going to have to get through in the next 20 seconds. Time is of the essence right now. She's going to try and pull herself up to the cliff. with 10 seconds remaining.
Oh, look at that finger strength, though.
Wow, huge pull up there. But now for this transfer, she hangs on. Can she get the dismount in time? No, she can't.
No,
Oh.
literally one more swing and it would have been hit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, she just took one extra swing. I think she was looking at that last ledge before deciding to go for the dismount, and that's what did her in. But still, in third place right now, Jordan Stevens puts herself in a good spot.
All right. Our next competitor was our second to go on the placement course. It is Josephine Xian. She started Ninja in 2022. Her home clubs are Geelong Ninjas and Fighting Lions. Favorite obstacle are long laches. There are quite a few laches in this course, and she competed in the World Championships in 2023 and placed 7th for the grip skills. There are quite a few grippy obstacles, especially with cliffhangers. 2 cliffhanger obstacles in this course. Definitely requires a lot of grip fundamentals.
We also saw her place 3rd at the NCL Youth Finals last year. We'll see if she can expand upon that victory in the
Hopefully
Premier
so.
Series, as well as in the next NCL Finals, which will be not too long after this. I believe it's in about a month and a half.
Yeah, not too far away. Right then, here we go. Pendulum time. Oh, TikTok time.
All right, all about building up a swing. You can see her trying to adjust with her heels and whatnot, but you really got to put majority of your legs into it, specifically your quads. Not seeing too much of that right now from Josephine, but momentum is being gathered right now regardless.
It is there.
It's a different technique, not one that I'm used to seeing, but it's working for her. She has a lot of momentum. She should be good to go. And she's up and away. Oh, went a little flying squirrel there for a second in midair, but was still
I saw a
facing.
Kung Fu Panda type kick in midair there. That was awesome.
Right, we got to make sure that we're facing the platform so we know just how far we're going. The legs were far enough, but the top half of her body didn't follow. Now for the retry here. Yes, building up some good momentum. A lot faster than the first
We're getting
time as
there
well.
now.
She'll be good to go in a few swings, I believe. Wants to be as safe with it as possible to make sure that she can lock this in and keep her chances of being a finalist alive. Still swinging, and she's through.
Okay, she's made
Running
it.
through
Good
the
stuff.
rotating cliffs now. She's in 4th place at the moment, but with 4 runners to go after her, she's going to need to really, really push it.
Whoa!
Wow, good save there. She's swinging a lot, and that is forcing these ledges to go back and forth a lot. The less swing you have here, the better. Oh, but now she's hand over hand. She needs to adjust. And it's not so much about will she beat this obstacle. It looks like she will. She does. Yes, she does. It's just more about how much time is on the clock now.
It matters a lot, doesn't it? Here we go.
Is she going to go for it immediately?
What is this?
Great move using only 1 ring on the second set. She's going to jump into 3rd with that efficiency. Getting through this obstacle would put her into 2nd.
Yeah. Skipping that penultimate ball as well and just reaching up the height in this girl. Here we go. One hand over the other and still making it.
Yes,
Great.
She is in 2nd. However, she keeps walking where she's not supposed to be going.
We've been seeing that quite a bit today, haven't we?
Yeah, it's very important you remember the order of these obstacles.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to run out of time here.
Right.
Tried to throw it immediately.
She beat the cliffhangers, though. That is very good. Now, here we go. We are now entering our final 4 competitors now, which means that we are going to be getting lock-in spots for Washington in November.
That's right. And our next runner is going to be none other than Zoe Ackerley. Zoe, an athlete out of the compound. Loves challenges and the competitive world. Says dedication and consistency to her training is vital. Also very passionate of showing the younger ninjas how to tackle different obstacles. Always aiming at getting better and improving where she can and needs to. Before a competition, she always calms down by either reading or listening to music. Two very great disciplines to get into.
Not gonna lie, every comp I do, the latter is always me, just a bit of Tim Minchin, or a bit of just nice, calm rap almost, just gets me in the course mood, you know, helps me moving. And I get those disciplines all well and good. Anyway, Zoe, getting very, very close to making it into that yellow cradle.
All right, great movement there. Now stepping onto the TikTok, gave it a little push as she entered, which gives her something to work with. Building up swing very well right now. You are going to have to beat obstacle number 4, Thor's Hammer, in order to land in that top 4. Currently on the bubble is Jordan Stevens, who beat it in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Time absolutely
Her momentum
matters.
is there.
Yeah, she might be ready to go. She gets it.
Which she does very well.
And she's got a great pace right now, but she's forgetting where she's going. A little spun around. She was headed in the right direction and second-guessed herself. Confidence on where you're going is so important. You could see there she lost precious seconds that may come back to haunt her in the future if she's not efficient enough on the obstacles. Always important to know where you're going. So far, Zoe is making this look incredibly easy. She's going to get out of
one-handed descent.
Now for Thor's Hammer, beating this will put her in the top 4 as long as she's very timely about it.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful with how you manage your backswings here.
Oh, she peeled off.
Maybe she rushed that.
I think she only grabbed the front side there.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not particularly the best move to go for. But I get the idea. Just going for the grab that seems the closest to you in order to save a bit of time.
Huge swing here.
Look at that,
Should be
though.
good to go now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, hangs on now.
Sides peeled, almost peeled, but she's all good. She's going to jump into 3rd place now. Knocks Jordan Stevens out of the running and gives her a little bit of cushion with 45 seconds to go.
There we go. Nice.
Going to straighten herself out for the transfer from cliff to cliff. And she's
Makes
through.
it nice.
Running the wrong way. Still has 25 seconds though. Time is a factor, but she still does have the ability to get through here without running out of time. She's got to take 1 or 2 swings tops here. 1 and 2. She should be good to go now. She's got to get
go
it.
here.
And gets out
Yes.
of there. Perfect.
Way!
Now in second
Right
place.
then.
It runs out of time, but a second place run for Zoe Ackerley by a comfortable margin right now. That'll put her in a good spot with only 3 runners remaining.
And that also means that Maisie Mock has locked her ticket to Washington in November.
That's right, and next in line to qualify will be Zoe Ackerley, but Darcy Jenkins definitely is going to have something to say about it.
Darcy has been a veteran ninja since she was 5 years old. She is known for her determination and working relentlessly to conquer each obstacle. She has fun training with other ninja kids and is thankful for all of the ninja coaches and gyms that have helped her ninja journey. And she's also enjoying playing other sports such as soccer and handball as well. That's hand-eye coordination helping in ninja.
All right, very quickly through learn to turn. And she's going to step onto the TikTok, give it a bit of a push as she enters. Helping her build up her swing right now.
Taking a bit more of a sideways approach here. Gotta build up that momentum quick if she wants to get a top 4 placement here. Currently in 7th place at this point of the course.
All right, should be good to go.
Get in there soon, come on.
Oh, she looks like she wants to go, but is hesitating a little. Has to make that jump if she wants enough time to get far on this course. Oh no! Comes up short, and she's gonna have to start again. All right, take 2.
Gotta get a bit more momentum out here.
All right.
She's got a bit more height now. She just needs to make that jump to either the rings or the mat. She went for the mat last time. Will she do it again?
Well, I can see the hesitation. She's not really setting up her jump like that.
Oh,
she falls
no!
backward, and that's going to do it for Darcy Jenkins. Unfortunate ending there, and that will lock Zoe Ackerley into the finals as well.
Right then, into our oh, hello, Mr. Doggy Boy. Right, here we go. 11th out of the run order now. We are into our penultimate runner, Hunter Hollingsworth. Just a girl who lives and breathes ninja. Same here, mate. Coming out of Australian Warrior Fitness, has been doing ninja for 5 years. That is half of her life.
Hunter is also the national champion from the
Oh, that was smooth.
Ninja Challenge League, and she's showing why. Incredibly fast, 16 seconds through Learn to Turn. I think that's the fastest from this weekend.
It's definitely the most efficient.
Hunter, definitely a favorite coming into this competition, being the top mature kid in Australia. Big things are expected from her, and so far she's delivering.
Oh, yeah.
Has plenty of swing, could go on this next one, and it looks like that's what she's wanting to do.
Looks like she's wanting to do so.
Oh!
Goes for the rings to be safe.
Landed on her knees there, but thankfully everything's padded. Checking to see if she can climb on the truss to reach that first hold. She can. She's going to reach over on those rotating cliffs and start her traverse through this tricky third obstacle.
Fingertip strength, incredibly important here on this obstacle, guys.
What is this technique?
Hello, mate.
He's
What?
monkey barring.
I'm asking all the question.
Hunter Hollingsworth. Incredible technique and a one-arm dismount.
There we go.
Puts her in 6th place right now. She's going to have to beat Thor's hammer in order to jump into that top 4, knocking out Tilly Vandermeer, who's currently on the bubble. But she's struggling to catch this ring here.
Oh, gotta get that ring, dude.
There's the
yes,
contact
catches it
that
with
she
ease
needed.
there. A minute 35. She's doing well on time so far.
And she's going to get that dismount, land in a 4th place. But now for the balls to cliffhangers. Making very good time, as you said, Billy. Currently on track for the fastest time. We could be looking at a 1st or 2nd place run here if she stays alive. She's going to pull herself up, though. Good kip to that
There we
clip.
go. Little dip there. Nice.
Awesome move.
Massive pull onto the platform. A minute to go for the last 3 obstacles.
All right, now for the traverse to swinging. Gotta give it as much power as possible. She can catch these rings and dismount.
This now puts Hunter into 1st place.
Wow, top time coming into the birdhouses, 37 seconds. We do have time to see someone advance to the final obstacle.
Here she goes. Has to be really precise on these inputs.
Wow,
Yes,
super
one
clean
more.
here.
Yes,
Just
one more
dismount.
in there. There we
Nice.
go. Right, 18 seconds for the last obstacle.
Hunter Hollingsworth coming around to our last obstacle here, the X grab. Gotta go very quickly here. It's going to be such a precise grab, not a lot of time.
2
gonna catch
seconds
it.
left.
No!
No!
Oh, man. And you know what? She's
Well,
going to run out
rightfully
of
so.
time.
That puts her into 1st place.
And not only that, but that puts her into the Premier Series Finals. Great job, Hunter.
Well deserved out here. You can see just incredible momentum on that TikTok as well. Madness, that. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, our final competitor of the Mature Kids division, 12th in our running order for the Mature Kid females. We have the fastest runner from the placement course. It is Savannah McSwain. 2024. This year, she placed 3rd place at the Ninja Challenge League in the South Australian Nationals.
Oh, no.
You see? No,
Oh,
my
forward.
goodness me. This is no way.
Very, very surprising early fall there, but the retry keeps her run alive. She will have a shot.
Shake it out. You're all fine. You can do this.
Now, Savannah put up a great run on the placement course. Was one of our fastest finishers of the weekend in its entirety.
Yeah.
We're going to see a bit more rotation.
Ooh, very careful there.
Another athlete rocking slap chalks there. Shout out.
Oh,
Slap
yeah.
Chalks.
Shout out to Joseph Rouse.
Now she's moving this, but she's not really raising the beam, which could be the reason why her balance is so off right now. It's dragging and it's throwing off her positioning.
She might be wanting to just get it to the cradle and then lift it when she's there.
At the moment, Josephine Sheehan is on the bubble, beating the 5th obstacle in 3 minutes 11 seconds. Savannah can absolutely beat those obstacles, but time is definitely going to be a factor, and she's using a lot of it on Learn to Turn right now. All right, she's locked in.
Good stuff. She's made it.
But now for our next time-consuming obstacle, the TikTok. She's going to run and jump right into it, knows that she can't waste a second. And it looks like Hunter's result has not been... They didn't credit her for her clear on the birdhouses. That'll have to be adjusted. But similarly, Savannah has not been credited for her clear on the first obstacle here as well.
Oh,
there we go. They
Ninja work.
finally
She's
gave it.
having... Okay, we're in. Right. Bit of momentum just needs to be there now. She has the height compared to a couple of these other mature kids here.
Looks like she's going for the rings.
Yeah, looking like she's opting for those. Can she make it now? She has a retry still available if she needs it, but time is draining.
Oh, but she's trying to... You can see her rethinking, changing where her feet are, trying to figure out what her best position to jump would be. And with that, she's losing a lot of momentum.
And time at it. 55 seconds are remaining now.
Doesn't look like a good
No!
thing for Savannah Salinas, and she's going to use a retry as well. Oh, man. Hunter Hollingsworth, Maisie Mock, Zoe Ackerley, and it's going to be either Josephine Sheehan or Savannah McSwain. We will find out in the next 50 seconds.
Savannah is going to have to absolutely motor her way through the rest of this course here if she wants a chance at the Premier Series finals. Oh, she's pushing a lot of extra force in here now. She wants this, doesn't she?
Here we go. Let's see if she can pull this off. Catches it.
No!
Dismount. Yes, she got it.
Yep,
she got
sure,
it. She's good.
that's fine. That is fine. But 13 seconds left.
Yeah. It doesn't look like time's going to be on her side. And unfortunately, oh no.
No.
And that's going to do it. She just rushed that move a little bit. And Savannah McSwain, unfortunately, will not be advancing to the Premier Series finals. She's going to land in 8th place with Josephine Sheehan in 4th, Zoe Ackerley taking the bronze. Our runner-up is Maisie Mock, and the winner is none other than reigning national champion Hunter Hollingsworth. Those 4 ladies will be advancing to the Premier Series finals alongside our top 4 mature kids male athletes, Hunter Cuttajar, Daniel Jolly, Benjamin Dowes, and Zachy Andery.
An incredible set of athletes from both divisions there. Absolutely incredible. That is not it for the action from Australia today. That is not the case. We have some more stuff coming up right after this. If we can go here for the stream schedule, we have done the kids and mature kids. They are now finished. The rest of today consists of the pre-teens and the teens with our very own Kane Casillas on the mic along with Kane Maldon. And then Saturday/Sunday, depending on where you are in the world, is the amateurs and the elite division. All of that is coming tomorrow. And that is not it for just the season either. We have so many more qualifiers across the next couple of months. If we could go to those as well real quick.
That's right. Next week, we'll be back in the United States in Colorado at Arc Ninja, led by Nate Hansen, a newer ninja gym to the world, and I'm very excited to see the amazing courses they put together. Then we take it over to Life Force September 21st and 22nd for their qualifier ahead of finals. Back in the UK, September 28th and 29th, we're going to see True Function Ninja Training Ground host a European SmackDown with our very own Billy Dixon competing. It'll be very fun to see. On top of that, October 12th and 13th will be at the SoFlo Ninja Academy, SoFlo being Southern Florida, and our final qualifier will be at Modus Ninjas in Lee Summit, Missouri, October 19th and 20th, all leading up to the Premier Series Finals, November 15th to 17th at Life Force Ninja in Bellingham, Washington.
That is going to be such a fun time for all 6 upcoming events along with the rest of this weekend. We also have a couple of elite athletes that we want to show off just before we head out here. A couple of elite highlights as well. Let's have a look here. We've got Abby Cutts out here doing some incredible flyaways. You can see that she has definitely earned the title of elite here in the Premier Series.
Abby is one of the hardest working athletes I know. I've had the privilege of training with her and watching her compete many times on the global stage, and she always delivers. It's no surprise that she's here this year, and I'm very excited to see what she pulls off. On top of that is Zoe Harkness, another very, very strong competitor. She's got lock-off strength for days as well as power in spades. So it's going to be very exciting to see how she handles our Premier Series courses.
She also has experience at the compound as well, so perhaps getting a little bit of an advantage there, but we will see when the day comes, all right? That is how it's going to be.
Also competing is Riley Hume, who's going to be definitely one to watch. One of the most stylish and flashy ninjas out there. You can see this insane reverse flyaway twist.
What?
Like, how in the world does one pull that off? super techy, super clean with all of his moves. And if there's anything playing into his wheelhouse, you'll be sure to see a show in the Elite Division from Riley. It's going to be awesome. But battling Riley is going to be Ty Beetle, the reigning Ninja Challenge League champion, the best Australia has to offer. He's going to be an incredible talent to see in the Premier Series. He actually was the only athlete to make it to Stage 3 last year in the Ninja Challenge League finals. So he's going to be another one to watch out for. We know his grip and technique and just overall well-roundedness is insane. Very excited to see what he brings to the compound next. But that'll be tomorrow. So be sure to tune in a little later today for the preteen and teen divisions. And we'll see you guys very shortly.
Yes, take care, people. I've been Billy Dixon. I've also had Kane Casillas with me. We will see you all very soon. Take care, everyone.